replacement surgery.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Orioles Classic. Tom Davis, together with the former Oriole Larry Sheets, who spent 6 seasons with the Big League Ball Club here in Baltimore. And Larry, we're going to reflect back a little bit on the 1986 season, which turned out to be an interesting game, to say the least. 8-6-86, which was August the 6th of 86. The Orioles lose to the Texas Rangers 13-11, but in the process, they hit 2 Grand Slam home runs in the same inning, and you hit one of them. Memories of the game?
Well, my biggest memory of the game, obviously, is that was my first and only Grand Slam. Also was a rain delay. My family, my daughter, who was 3 months old, was there, and I had to leave, and my wife heard the game on the radio on the way home. So, from being able to see it in person to hearing it on the radio, and then you know, that's a big miss in our family.
1986, of course, was an interesting season for the Orioles because they got off to a pretty good start, but memories for the entire season?
Well, it was a great year to start. I think up until that point we were 2.5 games behind the Red Sox and really feeling good about our chances. And then whatever happened after the 8-6-86 game and ending up the season 14-42, you know, we went from the top of the mountain to the bottom.
Playing for Earl Weaver. That was Weaver's final season as the Orioles manager in 1986. What was that like?
I loved playing for Earl. You know, I felt like that he was so far ahead of the game of everybody else. His planning, his preparation, and again, after that, all that kind of went, after that game, it kind of all went sour, and I think Earl really was burnt out from that point on, and obviously our record indicated that.
A memorable moment in Orioles history. We're going to go back to 1986 of August 6th, the Orioles playing the Texas Rangers, and we'll begin showing that game in just a moment as we continue on with another Orioles Classic on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Attention, if you're uninsured, stop neglecting your family's health because you don't have health insurance. There is an affordable solution. Listen very carefully to this vital announcement.
A fastball just outside, ball 1. 8:48 p.m. So officially the delay is 1 hour and 13 minutes. Oddibe McDowell followed by Scott Fletcher and Pete O'Brien. The right-hander Dixon to the plate. The pitch, a fastball fouled back to the screen, and it is 1-1. We gave the lineups to you earlier for those of you keeping score with us. If you tuned out on us and missed those lineups, well, shame on you. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 announcement of the lineups. Here's McDowell with the 1-1 pitch to him. He bunts at it, but fouls it straight back to the screen, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. McDowell is hitting .264. He's got 14 home runs and 35 runs driven in. Tim Foley coaching at third base for Texas, and Art Howe is coaching over at first. Here's the 1-2 offering. A curveball got him swinging. So Dixon threw him a few fastballs, and then at 1 and 2 he curved him. Big, hard downbreaking, very tightly wound curveball. And with 1 down, Scott Fletcher the hitter. Fletcher, a right-hand batter with an average of .327. He's got 2 homers and 30 runs driven in. The plate umpire tonight is Don Denkinger. Mike Riley is at first base, Drew Coble at second base, and Tim McClelland umpiring at third. Dixon's windup and the pitch to Fletcher. There's a high drive into straightaway left field, fairly deep. Back is Sheets. He's under it, plenty of room. He's waiting, and he has it. And he did not have to go back to the warning track to get it. Fletcher quickly retired. 2 gone in the first, and here is Pete O'Brien. Left-hand batting first baseman. O'Brien is hitting .299, 15 homers, 63 runs driven in. Dempsey behind the plate, Traber at first, Bonilla at second, Ripken at short, O'Malley at third. In the outfield, Sheets, Lynn, and Lacey from left to right. Change up to O'Brien, and that misses low for ball 1. Incaviglia would be next. 2 down in the first. Just starting here. Nobody on. Dixon winds. He throws. Curveball taken. A little bit low ball, 2-0 the count. Dixon's overall record this year, 10 wins, 8 losses, and a 3.89 earned run average. This is his 23rd start of the year. 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. Curveball that didn't curve. 3-0. Dixon in 141 innings this year pitching has given up only 114 base hits. And one of the toughest of the Orioles pitchers to hit. The pitch is low, and he has walked O'Brien just all of a sudden after throwing strikes to the first 2 hitters. He could not throw any strikes to O'Brien. He walks him on 4, and that brings up Pete Incaviglia. Rookie right-hand batter Incaviglia is hitting .261. He's got 18 homers and 62 runs driven in. 2 down, a runner at first. O'Brien, not a fellow who often tries to steal. He's only stolen 1 base on the year in 3 tries. So at least 2 tries too many for O'Brien. Dixon now kicking at the dirt in front of the pitching rubber, trying to make the thing a little more comfortable for him. Now a lob throw to first. O'Brien gets back. The wind is blowing straight out. The flag's indicated or indicating in center field that is the case. And the pitch. Hard curve is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty good crowd is here at the ballpark. And perhaps some who were coming and decided to stay home with the rain falling are on their way. Come on out. It's a beautiful night. It's shirt sleeve weather. Game time temperature right around 80 degrees. One and 0 the count to Incaviglia. Dixon throws. Curveball called strike 1. That one backed him away, but it caught the inside corner. It is a ball and a strike. The Orioles 2.5 games out of first as we start the night. The Red Sox have a very big lead as we get started. Dixon's 1-1 pitch on the way. That hard curve is a little bit high. 2-1, just barely missing. 2-1. Incaviglia backs out and takes a big cut. He's got that uppercut kind of a swing. And now Dempsey takes time, and he trots out to the mound to visit with Dixon. Tomorrow night will be 3 buck night out here. Scott McGregor takes on Edwin Correa. And then Cleveland comes in. First time we'll have seen Cleveland since the opening series of the year. They were here to start it all off 4 months ago. We've been reading a lot about them since then. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, after Dempsey's chat with Dixon and after 3 straight curveballs, Dixon threw him the high fastball and he blew it right by him. 2-2 the count. Incaviglia again backing away and taking a practice cut. Now he stands in. And Dixon lobs one over to first. O'Brien back easily. 2 down, a runner at first. In the first inning. Dixon straddles the rubber and touches his right hand to the dirt for a moment. And now as he gets ready, Incaviglia backs away. Gary Ward is on deck. He would be next. Now the stretch. Here it comes. A slow bouncer to third on a curveball fielded by O'Malley. He throws to first in time. And down go the Rangers. 1 man left at the end of a half inning. Texas nothing, and the Orioles are coming up.
When you donate your used car or truck to the Maryland School for the Blind,
you're not only helping me,
you open the door
to new learning opportunities
for more than 700 students
statewide.
Students with complex needs.
You can help by donating your old car or truck today.
all of the money raised from your donation supports critical programs right here in Maryland.
Thank you for helping the Maryland School for the Blind.
Now on DVD, it's MLB Bloopers, the funny side of baseball. Get ready for all the hits, misses, and some things we just can't explain. Jam-packed with pranks, practical jokes, and bloopers. Featuring your favorite stars from Major League Baseball. MLB Bloopers, the funny side of baseball, now on DVD.
The Orioles have Juan Bonilla, Lee Lacy, and Fred Lynn lead it off against Bobby Witt. Witt, a young right-hander about whom we've heard a lot. He throws very hard, and he can be very wild. Witt has a record of 6-9, and here's his first pitch. Curveball, and we hear he has a good one, is low, ball one. No score as Bonilla comes to bat. Juan is hitting .262 with a home run, 15 batted in. Fastball, that bends him back, got there in a hurry, too. 2-0 the count. Witt's earned run average is 6.21. Now the 2-0 delivery. Fastball right in there for a strike, 2-1. Witt, in 104 and a third innings, has only given up 89 hits, which looks very good. The pitch has a hard ground ball right to the second baseman, Hara. He's up with it, plenty of time. And he throws to first for the out. Bonilla retired, one away. And here's Lee Lacy. Witt has only given up 11 home runs in 104 innings, which is pretty good. And he has more than a strikeout per inning. He struck out 106, which is awfully good. So why is his ERA over 6? Well, he leads the league with 16 wild pitches, and he has also walked 98, almost one per inning, which is about as bad as it gets. Here's Lacy. The pitch is high, ball one. Witt the pitcher, Sloth the catcher, O'Brien at first, Hara at second, Fletcher at short, Bouchel at third. In the outfield, Ward in left, McDowell in center, Incaviglia in right. Lacy takes low again, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Lee Lacy, batting with 1 out in the first. No score in this game. Now the pitch, a foul coming back into the upper deck just over our heads. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lee Lacy, one of the hot hitters in the game right now. And his overall average is now at .291. He's got 10 home runs and 42 batted in. The pitch, fastball that brushes him back. 3-1. Witt was only 21 on opening day. He's from these parts. He's from Arlington, Virginia. The pitch is swung on and missed. But while he was born in Arlington, he was raised and still lives up in New England in Canton, Massachusetts. He was a first-round draft choice last June. He went to Tulsa and never won a ball game. The only games he's ever won as a professional are the ones he's won this year in the big leagues. 3-2 pitch, a check swing, and the ball is low, ball 4. So Lacy draws a walk. And with 1 out, Fred Lynn is coming up. Fred Lynn, the hitter. Left-hand batter hitting .314. Freddie has 18 homers and 56 runs driven in. Throw to first, Lacy standing on the bag, so he didn't have to go back. He was already there. Here's Witt's stretch and the pitch. High, ball 1. Cal Ripken, the third base coach. Jimmy Williams is coaching at first. The Ranger outfield basically straight away for Freddie. Deep in the batter's box, closed stance. The pitch. High, ball 2. And now Witt wants a new baseball. Witt had one ball game this year where he really came to prominence. It was well reported in the press. He had a 5-inning no-hitter in Milwaukee, but that's all he pitched. The 2-0 pitch. Lynn takes a strike at the knees. Freddie walks out of the batter's box shaking his head. He thought it was too low. 2-1 the count. Witt had 10 strikeouts in 5 innings in Milwaukee, but he walked 8 and he threw 4 wild pitches. And by the time the 5th inning was ended, he had thrown something like 120 pitches, and they took him out. 2-1 pitch to Lynn, a pop-up in the home plate area, just behind the plate. Slot tosses the mask away. Now backpedals into fair territory and makes the catch. The wind, as that one reached up over the rim of the stadium, the plane of the rim, was then caught by the wind, apparently, which blew it right back into fair ground some 15 or 20 feet away from where Slaught originally had settled under it, or thought he had. So Lynn pops out to the catcher in fair territory. 2 down, Lacey still at first, and that brings up Cal Ripken. Cal is hitting .304. He's got 17 homers, 27 doubles, and 61 RBIs. No score, first inning. 2 down. O'Brien holding Lacey in the bag. Witt throws. Fastball low, ball 1. This is the first time the Orioles have ever faced Witt. Came out of the Big 8 conference in college. He was all Big 8 his last year there. The 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2, 2-0. Jim Dwyer is on deck. Played for the University of Oklahoma. And even there he was very wild. In his senior season, in 97 innings, he walked 78. 2-0 pitch. Fastball for a strike. 2-1. And his record was pretty good, but not the kind of record that you expect for a guy who's already in the big leagues. While an amateur, he was 7-3 with a .390 earned run average. But he's got the arm. An old baseball philosopher once said, you can't teach throwing hard. Ripken swings. A high drive deep into left center. Back is Ward. Back onto the warning track. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Back toward the Orioles bullpen. That one sounded awfully good off the bat, but it faded as it got out there. The Orioles are down at the end of 1. There is no score.
If you could build your own Nissan Altima, what would it have? We thought so. The Nissan Altima Special Edition Package. 14 popular options and a $199 per month lease or no payments until 2007. Nissan Altima. We built it just for you.
Tune in tonight at 7 as the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network brings you the Nationals colliding with the Atlanta Braves. It's the final game of the series, and you don't want to miss it. After the game, it's Nats Extra with highlights, interviews, and all the scores. That's Nats Braves at 7 here on MASN. Stay tuned after every Nationals game for the Nationals Extra postgame show, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Postgame press conferences, player interviews, highlights here on MASN, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Don't forget the big series over the weekend. Make your plans to be here as the Cleveland Indians come to town for the first time in 4 months. Saturday night, a special added attraction. The San Diego Chicken will be here. He'll be performing before the ball game as well as doing his usual zany antics during the game. Entertainment for fans of all ages. And Chicken fans, whatever they are, will be distributed to everyone who comes here. The whole thing is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'd like him personally to see him distribute a little bit of that. Here's Gary Ward, and he swings and lines one into center field for a base hit. So Gary Ward, just back in the lineup after a long absence, has a base hit on the first pitch he sees from Ken Dixon. Second inning, no score. Gary Ward hitting .308 coming in with a poor power record. They need more home runs from him. He has 4 with 39 runs driven in. And he's hitting well for average. Ward at first, getting the first hit of the game, and the batter is Larry Parrish, tall right-hand swinger. He's hitting .284, 15 homers, 59 batted in. Dixon curves him, strike 1, 0-1. Traber on the bag at first, holding Ward. Now Dixon ready. The 1-strike delivery. Curveball is lined into center. Base hit. Parrish reached out and golfed that one. Didn't hit it real well, but was a solid liner right over the middle. Ward takes second and holds, and the Rangers are in business in the second. 2 on, nobody out. And Don Slaught, the hitter. Slaught, a right-hand batter, is average .284. He has 11 home runs, 32 batted in. He's a pretty good bunter. He'll often beat out a bunt for a base hit. He's also an exceptional hitter against the Orioles, or he has been during his career. He beat them just 1 week ago in Texas in extra innings with a home run. O'Malley shortened up at third just in case Slaught lays one down here. We're in the second. The pickoff play at second materializes. Well, it started to materialize, but Dixon merely stepped off the rubber and Ward went back to the bag as Bonilla tried to sneak in behind it, but there was never a throw. Slaught stands well off the plate. Right-hand hitter down in a crouch. The pitch to him. The hard curve is outside. Ball 1. Last of the 5th up in New York. 3-0 Yankees over the Brewers. Last of the 5th in Boston. 7-0 Boston over the White Sox. Here we're in the second. 0-0. The 1-0 pitch. That curveball snaps in there neatly for a strike. 1-1. Up in Toronto, the Blue Jays broke a 0-0 tie with a 5-run 4th inning. Dennis Leonard in relief of Danny Jackson in that inning. And now in the 5th inning against Leonard, Damaso Garcia has homered, making it at least 6-0 Toronto. The Blue Jays are still batting. 1-1 to Slaught. 2 on and nobody out. The pitch. Now he squares the bunt, but takes the curve outside and low. 2-1 the count. Dempsey had the arm cocked and ready to throw to first, but Parrish got back to the bag. And now the rain has started to fall again. Umbrellas sprout all around the ballpark. Slaught is also a fellow who's adept at executing the hit and run. So many things could happen here. The bunt, the hit and run. And he has power. He can hurt you with that too. Dixon on top. The pitch. Fastball misses. Having problems throwing strikes now. 3-1 the count. He was outside and low with that one. The infield in excellent shape. The tarp covering up the infield just as the rain started earlier. The outfield certainly a little damp after the rain. 3-1. The pitch. Low. He took something off the fastball but missed with it. The bases are loaded with nobody out. And Earl Weaver comes out of the Orioles dugout on his way to the mound to visit with Ken Dixon as Steve Buechele gets ready to bat. Buechele, a right-hand hitter with an average of .243, and he has 14 home runs with 37 runs batted in. Hard times for Buechele, though. He has only 12 hits in his last 27 games, a .154 average. Right now would be a very profitable time for him to snap out of that. Weaver goes back to the dugout now, and the Orioles bullpen is getting busy. Odell Jones, a right-hander, is throwing. So Ken Dixon in some very big trouble. No score in the second, but 3 on and nobody out. Ward at third base, Parrish at second base, and Slaught at first base. Dixon has walked 2 already in this game. And Kenny will work from the stretch. The infield looking for the double play ball. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Curve. Ooh, that was a close one that had missed on the outside. 1 ball and no strikes, and Dempsey says something to Don Denkinger. Rain falling, kind of a light rain at the moment. Toby Harrah is on deck. Buechele standing in an even stance, well off the plate. The pitch. Fastball outside. 2-0. Now Buechele has a look at third base coach Tim Foley, who runs through a series of signs. Actually, a series of motions. Somewhere in there was a sign, perhaps. Now Buechele backs away. Like he got something in his eye. He dislodges it with his right thumb and now stands back in. The outfield straight away for him. Here's the 2-0. Fouled back onto the net. Threw him a pretty good fastball away, and Buechele wasn't able to do much with it. 2-1 the count. Here's Dixon. He's set, and he throws. Low, ball 3. 3-1. Plate is jumping around on him now. He wants a new baseball. 3-1. Don Ossie not available. And this time not because of the soreness in his elbow, but rather because of a back injury he sustained at home. It's one of those freak things. He was just picking up his child and hurt his back. 3-1 pitch. Strike 2. A fastball on the outside. It's 3-2. Ossie could have pitched if needed last night, and certainly was well rested to go tonight, but now he's on the shelf, and they're hopeful of getting him back, as you would suspect, rather quickly. Full count to Buechele. 3 on and nobody out. The pitch. Just missing outside. Dixon nibbling at the corner and missing. Ball 4, and he has walked in a run. Gary Ward comes in to score. That really hurts for obvious reasons, but also because he's walked a hitter where he could not afford to, who is not hitting. Now here's Toby Harrah. And one thing you do know is if you don't throw a strike to Harrah, he's not going to swing. Toby, who walks an awful lot, hitting only 198 though right now. Still 3 men on and a run in. The pitch. Fastball called a strike, knee high, and Harrah, veteran, making Dixon come to him. Ripken and Bonilla double play depth. Traber also backed up over at first. O'Malley, however, at third base, in on the grass. Dixon from the stretch. He throws. Low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Parrish at third base. Slaught at second. Buechele at first. Dixon has walked 3 already in this game. Harrah with his feet wide apart in a closed up stance. Chokes up a little bit. Holds the bat low. The pitch. Fouled right back out of the net. So now Dixon in on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Texas with one of those opportunities here to bust it open early. An opportunity which, if not completed, very often doesn't come around again. The 1-2 pitch. Curve outside. He missed badly with that one. Dempsey had to backhand it. Lunging to his right, and the count is 2-2. 1-2-0. Dixon just trying to keep his head above water now with nobody out. The 2-2 pitch. Reached for and fouled. Slicing off to the right and into the upper deck through the rain. 2-2. The left-hand batting, Oddibe McDowell, is on deck. Dixon still from the stretch. Gets the sign. The high set position now. And the pitch. There's a drive deep to left field. Hit well. Back is Sheets. He's back to the wall, and this one is gone. A grand slam homer for Toby Harrah. Only his 4th home run of the year. And now they have all scored. On a 2-2 pitch, Dixon grooved a fastball. And Harrah blasted it out of here. Just to the right of the 360-foot side. And it was out of here with plenty to spare. 5-0, and that will do it for Dixon. He never does get anybody out here in the second. And Weaver is already on his way to the mound with Odell Jones being summoned from the bullpen. So Kenny Dixon, after 1 inning plus, allowing 5 runs, and he is gone.
For Toby Harrah, that was grand slam home run in his career number 5. And his first against an Oriole pitcher. His last grand slam home run came back in 1980 against Rick Langford of the Oakland A's. Oddibe McDowell to lead it off against Odell Jones. Now we'll get right back to John.
All right, McDowell struck out in the first inning. McDowell, left-hand batter. Still raining. Rangers with 5 runs on the board. Here's the pitch. Fork ball is low, ball 1. Bouncing away from Dempsey. It's kind of a light sprinkle falling right now. Dixon got the first 2 hitters he faced in the first inning. And then 6 of the last 7 hitters he faced reached base against him. The 1-0 pitch. Hard ground ball to second. Bonilla glides to his left, fields it, and tosses it to first for the out. The first out of the inning. Kenny Dixon departing, allowing a home run for the 26th time this year. But even when he was giving up a lot of home runs earlier in the season, most of them were solo jobs, and lately he had not even been giving up any home runs at all for the most part. It was kind of a shock to see the ball jump off Harris' bat. It was one of those you figured it would look to be a home run the moment he hit it. Scott Fletcher, the batter. He takes high, ball 1. 1 ball to no strikes. This is Odell Jones' 8th appearance of the year. A win, a loss, and a 4.22 earned run average, covering a span of 10 2/3 innings. Giving up 11 hits. There's a curveball that bends in there for a strike. 1-1. Odell at one time in his career was primarily a starting pitcher. He came up with the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Rangers were actually the first big league team that used him as a late inning reliever on a regular basis. He had 10 saves for the Rangers back in 1983. The 1-1 pitch, low and outside, 2-1. That was not a very good Texas ball club, and it was the most saves by a Ranger pitcher in 4 seasons at that time. Odell Jones, 32 years old, in fact 33 years old now, from California. 2-1 delivery, swung on and popped up foul. Back into the upper deck off to the right. 2-2 the count. Odell first broke into the big leagues for a look-see in 1975, and then spent all of 77 in the big leagues with Pittsburgh. Made 15 starts that year. Went to the Mariners in 79. Started the year in the regular starting rotation. 2-2 pitch. Curveball is punched right over Ripken's head and into left center field for a base hit. So Scott Fletcher has a single. Larry Sheets comes in to pick up the ball and toss it back to the infield. And that is the 4th hit of the game for Texas. Ken Dixon went 1 inning plus. He allowed 5 runs and 3 hits with 3 walks. 1 out, 1 on, 5 in for the Rangers. And the batter is Pete O'Brien, who walked his first time. Stretch, the pitch. Change up, grounded to short. Ripken plays the tough hop, goes to second 1. Bonilla leaps over the top of Fletcher to throw to first for a double play. That one could have broken apart on either end as Ripken got a tough short hop, but played it right in his midsection. And then Bonilla had Fletcher right on top of him and was getting taken out as he made the relay to first. A job well done by both parties. 6-4-3. The inning is over. Finally, 5 runs scored at the end of 1.5. Texas 5, the Orioles nothing.
Tradition lives here. Pride lives here. College football lives here. All season long through ESPN Plus. Check your local listings.
MASN brings you college football action as Howard takes on Big East Bow Rutgers. Coverage starts Saturday at 2 p.m. live on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network. The Mid-Atlantic Sports Network brings home all your favorite teams, and now MASN is on Comcast. MASN, the exclusive cable network home of the Nationals, the Ravens, and coming in 2007, the Baltimore Orioles. The best college teams in the country play on MASN. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, West Virginia. And coming this fall, Georgetown basketball. MASN, bringing home the game on Comcast.
All right, they've got the pitcher's mound in the home plate area dried up a little bit. And the pitch to Jim Traber is a ball. Low. Nobody out. Dwyer at first in the second with Texas leading 5-0. The pitch. Fastball called a strike. 1-1 the count. Eddie Murray, according to manager Earl Weaver, ready to go, and should be any day now. Eddie will be given the go-ahead by the doctors. Pitch is swung on and missed, and it is strike 2. The low slider from Bobby Witt. 1-2 the count. Sheets on deck. Doctors just want to make sure that Eddie is fit and will not suffer a recurrence of the injury or an aggravation that will put him on the shelf again. The pitch fouled back to the screen. 1-2 the count. It's getting to be Eddie's time of the year. He has historically done his heaviest hitting in the stretch run, particularly September. The pitch. Strike 3 called to Traber. A fastball at the knees on the outside corner. So Traber called out. The first out of the second. Now Sheets comes up, and Bobby Witt goes back on the infield grass and grabs the tongue depressor again and dislodges some mud from his spikes. Larry Sheets, left-hand hitter. His average is 300 with 12 home runs, 44 runs driven in. He hit a beauty here last night, a majestic shot into right center. The pitch. Curve high, ball 1. Eddie Murray hits dramatic looking home runs. But Larry Sheets, that ball jumps off his bat and he really hits a high home run. The pitch is low for a ball. 2-0 the count. Cal Ripken, more of a line drive type home run hitter. But when Sheets really clouts it, he got that uppercut kind of a swing, and it really soars through the night. Here's the pitch, fouled back up through the rain into the upper deck behind the plate. 2-1 the count. 5-0 Texas in the second. 1 out. Dwyer at first. O'Brien is no longer holding him on the bag over there, playing behind him. And playing Sheets to pull, as is the rest of the Ranger infield. The outfield straight away. The pitch. Fastball high and wide, ball 3. 3-1. O'Malley is on deck. Witt quickly ready, delivers way outside and high, ball 4. So that is his third walk. Dwyer moves over to second. Sheets goes down to first, and O'Malley is the hitter. O'Malley suffering bruises to the right side of his body last night. And he's back in there tonight. A terrible fall into that photographer's pit just beyond the Orioles dugout. Here's the pitch to him. Called strike 1. 0-1 the count. 1 out, 2 on in the second. I think it was Rick Dempsey after he took the fall. Dempsey was saying they ought to call Greg Louganis. Tell him what a beautiful dive O'Malley had made. The pitch is low for a ball. 1-1. O'Malley said afterward, I never knew it was so deep into that photographer's pit over there. Says I kept falling and I never did hit water. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to O'Malley. Here's the pitch. There's a drive foul off the left field line, twisting back into the lower deck and well back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bobby Witt went 0-6 in the minor leagues last year after coming out of college. And yet he made this ball club in spring training. The Rangers had made the decision to go with the young players. He pitched awfully well in the spring. The 1-2 pitch. And he swings, or did he? On appeal, it is ruled a check swing, a slider down and in, and O'Malley started to swing, and then he had to swing his body out of the way of the pitch to avoid being hit. And Tim McClelland ruling that he did check the swing. 2-2 the count. The bat went through, but only as O'Malley swung his entire body around to avoid being hit by the pitch. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Fastball at the knees, and O'Malley is upset. Thought the pitch was too low. That's the second Oriole to be called out in the inning. O'Malley heads back to the dugout talking to himself. So 2 down, and here's Rick Dempsey. So far, it's just been a game of catch between Witt and his catcher Don Slaught in this inning. 4 men have come to the plate. Nobody's hit the ball in fair territory. There have been 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Dempsey, the hitter, 2 on, 2 out. The pitch, curveball for a strike, 0-1. Witt doesn't just throw the fastball. He's got a pretty good curveball and the slider. And only very rarely will he throw some kind of a changeup, just letting up in his fastball a bit. The pitch, there's the breaking ball that misses, 1-1. Dempsey, a right-hand hitter with an average of .217. He's got 11 home runs, 25 runs driven in. 5-0 Texas in the second. 2 out and 2 on. The pitch, very high with a fastball, 2-1. Dwyer at second, Sheets at first, both ready to run. At the crack of the bat here with 2 down. Bonilla on deck. Here's Witt's stretch, and he comes in with it. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Fastball, 2-2 the count. Dempsey steps out of the box and tries to dislodge some mud from his spikes. He's hitting his shoes rather hard in so doing. Dempsey may be the only guy to ever go on the disabled list trying to get mud out of his spikes. He's back in there now. The 2-2 pitch. A half swing roller hit slowly to short. Fletcher charges it, gloves it, and throws him out at first to retire the side. 2 left at the end of 2. Texas 5, the Orioles nothing.
Hey mambo, mambo Italiano, hey mambo, mambo Italiano.
For a limited time only, try Papa John's Sicilian Meats Pizza for just $11.99. That's a large Sicilian Meats Pizza, only $11.99. Loaded with spicy Italian sausage, pepperoni, Italian salami, and sliced linguiça. Papa John's Sicilian Meats Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online.
Taste the difference. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Scratch off?
Gee, thanks.
Third inning, 5-0 Texas leading the Orioles, and Pete Incaviglia will lead off the third against Odell Jones. And the rain is pretty well left us now. Paid attendance has been announced by Bob Brown, 19,919 on a warm, wet night here at Memorial Stadium. Incaviglia grounded out to third to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Right-hander against right-hander. The pitch, a slider called strike 1, 0-1. Gary Ward and Larry Parrish will follow. Odell Jones having some trouble keeping the mud out of his spikes. Now Incaviglia backs away and knocks some mud out of his spikes with his bat. The 1-strike delivery. Grounded sharply right by a diving Traber at first and down the right field line into the corner. Lacey chases it, digs it out, throws back, but Incaviglia is into second with a stand-up double. Incaviglia is a pull hitter, and that was quite a surprise. He really drilled that one. It was right along the line, and Traber seemed a little surprised as it got there and made a quick dive for it, but it was already too late. It was hit that sharply by Incaviglia. So Ward is the hitter now in Cavilla with his 17th double in this his rookie season. Pitch grounded into right field by Ward. Base hit. Lacy charges it, is up with it. In Cavilla heading home. Here comes the throw. It's offline and cut off by Traber anyway. A base hit for Ward, his second in a row. And this one netting him his 40th RBI. It is 6-0 Texas in the third. That brings up Parrish. Larry Parrish, the hitter. He singled to center his first time. Third inning, 6-0. Texas ahead. Nobody out. Traber at first, holding Ward in the bag. Right-hander against right-hander. And here's the pitch. Look out. Right under the bill of Larry Parrish's batting helmet. 1 ball to no strikes. Checking the Gwaltney scoreboard, an 8th inning in Boston, 7-0. The Red Sox leading the White Sox. Top of the 8th inning in Boston. The 1-0 pitch is high, ball 2. New York last of the 7th. Yankees 5, Milwaukee 1. Ron Guidry apparently pitching well. Still raining in Detroit. Cleveland and the Tigers 0-0 after 3 innings when play had to be halted in the 4th with heavy rains. The 2-0 pitch. Parrish takes very high, ball 3. 3-0. Slot awaiting on deck. In Toronto, last of the 8th inning, Quisenberry on for Kansas City with the score 8-0 Toronto. Tom Hankey came on in the 8th inning for the Blue Jays for Jimmy Key, who had to leave his in some stiffness in his arm and left the ball game. Parrish takes a fastball for a strike, 3-1. The Orioles, a Double-A affiliate. Charlotte is at home tonight, down in Charlotte. And Charlotte is leading Chattanooga 6-0 at the end of 6. Oliveras pitching for Charlotte in that one. 3-1 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss. A mighty cut by Parrish. But he didn't get it. A high fastball. 3-2 the count. Dodgers beat Houston today, and San Francisco edged Cincinnati in 14 innings. Tightening things up over in the National League West. The Mets won the first of a doubleheader at Chicago in 12 innings. Pitch lined into right field. Here comes Lacy on the run. He reaches out and makes the catch. Parrish hit it too hard for his own good there. Parrish retired on the line drive to the right fielder. Ward back to first. 1 out in the third. And here is Don Slaught. When Slaught walked in the second inning, the Rangers had the bases loaded and nobody out. An opportunity for a big inning, and they cashed in later on, scoring 5 times in the inning. They have added another since then here in the third and lead now 6-0 with 1 out and 1 on in the third. Apparently Cleveland on the Diamond Vision, they posted the Cleveland-Detroit score in the rain delay. Cleveland got a run in the 4th inning before it was delayed. So Cleveland is ahead there 1-0 if and when they start play again. 1 out, 3rd inning. Slaught, a right-hand batter standing in. Odell Jones to the plate. And a curveball bends in there for a strike. 0-1. Slaught still wearing the plexiglass protective mask that protects his face. Looks something like you see some hockey players wearing. and was hit in the jaw by a pitch from Oil Can Boyd. Shattered his jaw. It's all wired up in there. Pitch, breaking ball outside and low, 1-1. And he cannot sustain any kind of a blow to that area again without dire consequences. And so they made up this special protection for him. It's kind of a thing that if you ever drive with Tom Marr, you'd probably want to have on. 1-1 the count to Slot. No, Tom's a very safe driver. The last time I drove with him, 12 years ago, he was.
I am a good driver.
No, I don't think I'll drive down there, Tom. I was thinking of taking a cab myself. 1-1 the count. Now Dempsey goes out to talk to Odell Jones. They try to get together on what they want to do here with Don Slaught.
Gary Reineke, after he was hit in the face in the 1979 season, wore a mask not similar to that, but they made it out of a baseball protective helmet, and at that time they used a Colt mask from the football gear, and Gary wore that for a long while.
I remember that they made it for him, and then he got red hot, didn't he?
He got to be a habit with him. He didn't take it off. He didn't need it anymore, but he just wanted to have it. It was his good luck helmet.
Went down to play the Orioles, and then all of a sudden Johnny Unitas came to the plate. Here's the pitch to Slaught. Swing and a miss, and he lost his footing. Such was the force of that swing. The count is 1-2 to Don Slaught. 1 out in the third. Mets won the first game from the Cubs today, and the second game went 7 innings with the Mets ahead 6-4, and then it got too dark. So that will be resumed tomorrow in the 8th inning. 1-2 the count to Slaught. Buechele is on deck. Ward with his lead from first. Jones checks him, now delivers. In the dirt outside, breaking ball. That one knocked down by Dempsey, and I think he might have hit him on the right arm or the right hand, and Rick is hurting a little bit right now. 2-2 the count. Minnesota beat California this afternoon 5-2. Bert Blyleven going the distance for the win over Don Sutton. Despite homers by Reggie Jackson and Doug DeCinces. There goes Gary Ward, and Slaught lifts a high pop foul off to the right that will drop safely back in amongst the spectators. Fan caught it down there. Called a fair catch. 2-2 the count. Here's Odell's stretch again, and the 2-2 pitch to Slaught. Just missing outside. 3-2. The Orioles with 9 wins in their last 12 games. They have really been hitting the home run ball of late. 8 in their last 2 games. And 33 in the last 19 games. There goes Ward. The 3-2 pitch is bounced to short. Ripken's only play is to first. He throws over there in time to get Slaught. Cal took a quick glance over at second just in case, but Ward was already there. So the Rangers with some run and hit action there. Ward able to move up. And with 2 down, here is Steve Buechele. Running Ward in that play kept them out of a double play. Buechele drew a bases loaded walk his first time. Rangers have been a tough ball club for the Orioles this year. The 2 teams have split 10 games. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball to no strikes. The Orioles overall against the West, however, have had great success. They've won 40 and lost only 24 against Western Division teams. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Curve outside, backhanded by Dempsey. 2-0. 2 down. Ward the runner at second. 3rd inning, 6-0. Texas ahead. Toby Harrah on deck. The only 2 teams that really troubled the Orioles so far, Texas and Kansas City. The Royals split their season series with the Orioles, and So far, Texas has done the same. California has split 6 games with the Orioles. We've got a few more to play with them. The Orioles went 9-3 against Chicago, 8-4 against Minnesota. And so far are 5-2 with Seattle and 4-1 with Oakland. Those are the teams against whom they have really made their fortune so far this year. 2-0 the count to Buechel. Jones to the plate, and he pours that one in there for a strike. 2-1. 6-0. The Rangers ahead, 3rd inning. The Orioles will get back into it with the East starting Friday. Cleveland in for 3, and then the Blue Jays come in for 3. Some heavy offensive firepower comes in with those two teams. Jones to the plate. Changeup bounced right past the mound. Ripken over near second to glove it. He throws to first for the out, and the side is retired. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left. We go to the last half of the 3rd. 6-0 Texas.
ACC football is here on MASN. Watch the rebroadcast of the Virginia Cavaliers Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets game Saturday, September 23rd at 7 a.m. and Sunday, September 24th at 10 p.m. right here on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Look at her go. She is all that. Man, somebody need to sign her up. Man, that girl's looking fine. Amazing.
Hot sports, hot topics. You need a Mark Show on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7.
Hi, I'm Steve McNair.
I'm Todd Heath. I'm Daniel Wilcox. You're watching MASN, the official cable network of Baltimore. Get all the inside scoop on the Ravens.
Hey, boy, you made me so bad like that.
Plus daily shows 5 nights a week.
There's only one place.
Only one. One place to see it all.
Gwaltney. Here is Bonilla, the top of the order against Bobby Witt. Fastball called a strike. 0-1 the count. 6-0. The Rangers are ahead. Here's a slider that's low. 1-1 the count. Bonilla grounded out to second in the 1st. Witt has not allowed a hit, although he has walked 3. Fastball high and tight, ball 2. 2-1. Lacey and Lynn will follow. Now the windup, and here it comes. Fastball high, ball 3. Final score in from Toronto. The Blue Jays have defeated Kansas City 8-5. Jimmy Key got the win. Bonilla takes low, ball 4. That is Witt's 4th walk. Bonilla aboard. That's what the Orioles need right now. They need some base runners. Here comes Lee Lacey. He walked his first time. Before he tries it here in the 3rd, we'll pause for station identification. This is the Orioles Radio Network. This is John Miller with Tom Marr at the stadium. The pitch, high fastball missing, ball 1 to Lacey. Texas ahead by 6 in the 3rd inning. Lynn on deck. The pitch. He pours that fastball right in there for a strike called. 1-1 the count. Pete O'Brien, the first baseman, is over on the bag with Bonilla. Witt throws. Slider bounced to short. Could be 2. Fletcher to Hara. 1. Hara to first. Just in time. Bonilla came in with a takeout kind of a slide on Hara. Toby jumped over him and just got the throw away in time, and Lee Lacey is retired. Double play from 6 to 4 to 3. 2 down and nobody on as Fred Lynn bats. The Orioles have hit into 121 double plays this year. They have turned 110, so they're still minus on that count. Pitch to Lynn. Curve low and in for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Lynn popped out to the catcher his first time. Witt to the plate. Fastball low, ball 2. Bobby Witt. Delivers, and a fastball is a strike. 2-1. Witt, in his junior year in college, underwent knee surgery. He was in college a long time. The pitch is low again, ball 3. Earlier I'd said something about his junior year, but he actually only had 2 years in Oklahoma before he decided to turn professional last year. The 3-1 pitch to Lynn. Popped up, foul back behind the plate. Slaught starts back, but this one is back into the seats, and the count is full, 3-2. 6-0. Texas ahead, 3rd inning. 2 out and nobody on. Ripken on deck. Last year when he broke in, he pitched 2 innings in his debut as a professional. And never won a game. He went 0-6. Sat out about 3 weeks with a sore arm at one point. 3-2 pitch. Lynn swings and misses on a fastball. He struck him out. Witt's 3rd strikeout at the end of 3 fulls. 6-0 Texas.
Tonight at Red Roof Inn, guests get great deals at redroof.com.
Oh, that deal's hot!
And get a great deal more than they expected.
How low can you go?
Don't miss red hot deals from Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
Now on DVD, it's MLB Bloopers, the funny side of baseball. Get ready for all the hits, misses, and some things we just can't explain. Jam-packed with pranks, practical jokes, and bloopers. Featuring your favorite stars from Major League Baseball. MLB Bloopers, the funny side of baseball. Now on DVD.
Tonight at Red Roof Inn, Bill gets Wi-Fi.
Wired, wireless.
And gets down to business.
Multitasking. Beep-boop, boop, I'm working here.
Don't miss the redesigned, rededicated Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
4th inning, 6-0 Texas. And with more play-by-play, here's Tom Marr.
Thanks, John. Toby Harrah against Odell Jones. The pitch, a breaking ball lined into left field for a base hit. So Toby Harrah has got a couple of hits in this game. His first one, a mighty big hit. His 5th career grand slam home run, coming in the 5-run 2nd inning for the Texas Rangers. That caused the exit of Ken Dixon from the game, and Odell Jones has been on since. Odell has given up a run and 4 hits. Now to the top of the order, Odeby McDowell. Odeby is grounded out, and he has gone down on strikes. The pitch to McDowell, and a fastball comes outside. Harrah not hitting well for average against the league, but he's doing a number on the Orioles this year, hitting well over 300. Here comes the 1-0, and it's a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Harrah is on his way to second, held up momentarily. Now he's on his way to third. He'll make it easily. And the Texas Rangers are in business as we get underway in the top of the 4th inning. A single by Harrah. He advances to third on the single to right by McDowell. Toby Harrah slowed up as he got to second base, and possibly because of the footing on the wet track. Make sure he was going to touch the bag at second, and then he just motored on to third. Nobody out. 6-0. The Rangers leading it with an opportunity to add more. Scott Fletcher is the batter. Fletcher is 1 for 2. His base hit, a single. The pitch to Fletcher, and a breaking ball is in there for a called strike. In his last 31 games coming into this one, Fletcher hitting .393. Overall, a .327 hitter. Runners at first and third. The throw to first, and McDowell is back. Traber holding with the runner at first. 6 runs, 8 hits for the Rangers. The Orioles still don't have a base hit off Bobby Witt. Throw to first, and the runner is back. Pete O'Brien is on deck. One strike, pitch is on the way, and it's fouled off the third base side. The Orioles beat up on the Rangers 9-2 in the opener of this 3-game set last night, and so far tonight it's been all Texas. The Orioles with still plenty of time to get back, to come back, but they can't let things get out of hand. Two strikes the count. Runners at first and third. Here's the pitch. A fly ball into right field. Lacy charging on. He makes the catch on the run. The runner tags at third. He's headed home. The throw to the plate. The tag, and he is off. It's a double play that's going to go 9-2. And the crowd on their feet cheering the combination of Lee Lacy and Rick Dempsey. Toby Harrah decided to take the gamble as Lacy came charging over towards the line and right. And he made the catch on the run and then had to make a quick, strong throw from right field, and it was right on the money. It was waiting there for Dempsey, and Dempsey got it and put the tag on Harrah. So there are 2 outs in the inning. O'Brien is up. The lone runner, McDowell at first. Here is the pitch, and it comes high and away. Again, the double play goes 9-2. Fine throw by Lee Lacy from right field. Right where Dempsey needed it to make the play. 1-0 is on the way, and it comes in low. 2 balls and no strikes. O'Brien has walked and grounded into a double play. Activity in the Oriole bullpen. Brad Havens is up and warming. Throw to first, and McDowell just gets back ahead of the tag by Jim Traber. Jones ready to work from the stretch. He's at the belt. The runner goes. Here's the pitch, and Dempsey won't even attempt to throw down to second base. 3 balls and no strikes now the count. Pitch was a ball, and Dempsey, as he thought about making the throw down to second, momentarily lost his grip on it and then said, well, I'm going to forget about it. McDowell has got good speed. So McDowell has nabbed number 20, and now O'Brien will be intentionally walked with the next pitch coming wide. So an intentional walk is charged to the record of Odell Jones. First walk given up by Odell. Pete Incaviglia will be the batter. 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. Incaviglia grounded out in his first at bat. Then the next time up, the burly right-hander doubled and scored. Odell Jones trying to shut down the Rangers here in the top of the 4th inning as the Rangers lead the Orioles 6-0. Gary Ward comes out to the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch from Jones. Swing and a miss. That was the forkball from Odell Jones. Incaviglia has seen a steady diet this season of fastballs pounded inside and breaking stuff away. That's the book on him. Occasionally the pitcher will make a mistake, and when he does, Incaviglia can hit it a very long way. Runners at first and second. Here is the pitch. It's in there for a call strike. 2 strikes the count to Incaviglia. 2 outs in the inning. Runners at first and second, and the Ink Man just walks out of the batter's box and shakes his head. Seems to be a little upset with himself. The advantage normally to the pitcher in this situation. Incaviglia in the hole. 2 strikes the count. Jones from the stretch. Here is the pitch, and it comes low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the Gwaltney scoreboard, the Red Sox winning big going into the 9th inning, top of the 9th against Chicago at Fenway. It is 9-0 Red Sox. Incaviglia asks for time, and it's granted. He steps out and kicks a little dirt out of his spikes with a bat. The Blue Jays have already won, defeating Kansas City 8-0. Jimmy Key, the winner over Danny Jackson in that one. 1-2. The count to Pete Incaviglia. Here's the pitch, and a fastball just misses. 2-2. The Yankees in the 8th inning leading Milwaukee 5-1. Yauda's homered for Milwaukee. Winfield is 17th for the Yankees. Earlier today, Minnesota beat California 5-2. Blyleven the winner over Sutton. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Incaviglia. Runners ready to go at first and second. The pitch is on the way. A high fly ball is lifted into right center field. Lacey going back. He's still going back, and he makes the catch. The side is retired. For the Texas Rangers, no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2, and at the end of 3.5 from Memorial Stadium, it's the Rangers 6 and the Orioles nothing.
Tune in tonight at 7 as the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network brings you the Nationals colliding with the Atlanta Braves. It's the final game of the series, and you don't want to miss it. After the game, it's Nats Extra with highlights, interviews, and all the scores. That's Nats Braves at 7 here on MASN.
Stay tuned after every Nationals game for the Nationals Extra postgame show, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Postgame press conferences, player interviews, highlights here on MASN, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Sometimes kids just don't see it. Steroids can ruin bones, tendons, organs, and dreams. Talk to your kids about the dangers of steroids. Visit drugfree.org.
This is Tom Marr along with John Miller coming your way from Memorial Stadium in Baltimore. The Orioles down to the Texas Rangers 6-0. And they have been able to get very little off of Bobby Witt, save walks. The Orioles without a base hit as we move into the bottom of the 4th. However, Witt has walked 4. The pitch to Ripken, high and inside, and Rip has to bail out of there in a hurry. Witt has experienced control problems this year. Control, John talked about it a little earlier, gets this youngster into a lot of trouble. Lack of control. In 104 innings coming in, 98 walks, and add 4 more to that total. Here comes the 1-0 to Ripken. That's over everything and back to the screen. The Orioles would like to see Witt get a very serious control problem right now because they need base runners. Don Slaught has gone out to talk to the right-hander. Another pitch like that, and the phone definitely, well, it may well ring in the Texas bullpen. He hasn't been anywhere near the strike zone. Two 2-0 the count to Ripken. Leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch to Rip. Comes outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Jim Dwyer will follow Rip, and then Jim Traber. The pitch, and it's low. He walked him. So Ripken walks on 4 pitches. And that'll bring up Jim Dwyer. Still early. The Orioles with the possibility of staging a comeback. The club has been hitting well lately. Jim Dwyer certainly has been hitting well. He has walked in his only at bat in this game. Ripken at first. Here's the pitch to Dwyer, and finally there's a strike from Witt. Dwyer wasn't offering. He was going to see if the wild trend continued. 1 strike the count to Jimmy. The pitch to Dwyer, and the breaking ball misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. In his last 5 games, Dwyer is hitting .425. 1-1 is on the way. It comes inside. Well, .425 in his last 11 games. In the last 5 games, he's 9 for 18. That's .500. Dwyer again this year getting the job done, especially when the heat's on. With runners in scoring position, Jim's hitting .385. Here's the pitch. Fastball is low. 3-1. Cal Ripken is at first base. There is nobody out. The Rangers would like to see a double play ball on the ground. Witt working from the stretch. Here's the 3-1, and it is popped back and foul to the upper deck. 3-2 the count to Dwyer. Rip is off at first. The 3-2 is on the way, and it comes in low. And Dwyer on the 3-2 pitch gets a walk. Number 6. And here comes Bobby Valentine. And there appears to be some scurrying around in the Texas bullpen. The first 2 batters in this inning have walked. Somebody's going to get up out there. Jim Dwyer. What a player he has been with the Orioles. Hasn't been in that role the past several games, but Dwyer as a pinch hitter this year has been just phenomenal again. He leads the American League as a pinch hitter in doubles, home runs, RBIs, and total bases. Jimmy has 8 pinch hits, and 6 of them have been for extra bases. And here comes the rookie phenom, one of the new heroes of Birdland, Jim Traber. You got a chance to see Jim Traber and the rest of the Orioles on 3 Buck Night tomorrow night as the Orioles and the Rangers wind up this series. 6-0. The Rangers lead it. The Orioles trying to get something started against Witt. The pitch to Traber. Bounces in the dirt, gets away from Slaught, but stays in the area of home plate, and the runners will hold. Now, Traber is a bad ball hitter. In this situation, he may be exercising more control rather than trying to chase a bad pitch. And might try to get a walk and get on. Or if he sees a fat one, he might turn it around in a hurry and belt it out of here. .1-0 is on the way. It's in there for a call strike. A right-hander and a left-hander up in the Texas bullpen. One and one, the count to Traber. Here's the pitch to Jim, and a curveball misses. 2-1. Traber stands right up on the plate, an open stance. The 2-1 is on the way, and it comes inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Traber was called out on strikes in his first at bat. Larry Sheets is on deck. The 3-1 is on the way. Low, ball 4. Listen to the crowd. He has walked 7 total. 3 in a row here to load him up for Larry Sheets. O'Brien, the first baseman, and third baseman Steve Buechele talking to Bobby Witt. He ought to get rid of the baseball he's using. It's bringing him bad luck. Well, the mound conference is over, and Larry Sheets steps in. Larry walked in his first at bat. Still no hits for the Orioles. Bases loaded, no outs. The pitch, a high drive, is lifted into right center field. That one is way, way back. Kiss it goodbye. They'll all score. And here come the Orioles. Third Street has erupted. It is a 6-4 game. The Orioles are right back in it. Number 13 for Larry Sheets. And they're going to want him to take a curtain call. We'll let the crowd take it over from here. Chance of Larry. Sheets with a curtain call. Home run number 13 and his first ever Grand Slam home run. Here is O'Malley, the pitch to Tom. It comes in low. The first hit, a very big one. A Grand Slam home run. The pitch to O'Malley, lined into left center field. That might fall in for a base hit, and it does. O'Malley makes the big turn at first as Ward fires in, and the Orioles keep it going. The crowd is going bananas. They love it. And here comes Bobby Valentine, and that's going to be all for Bobby Witt. 4 runs on 2 hits for Bobby Witt. He did give up a single to O'Malley before leaving, and O'Malley is the responsibility of Bobby Witt. Jeff Russell with a record of 3-1. He's appearing in his 17th game. He does have 1 save out of the bullpen. The ERA 4.57. Russell has worked 41 1/3 innings. Over that span, he has given up 6 home runs, 19 walks, and 28 strikeouts. Dempsey, the batter against Jeff Russell. Dempsey went down on strikes in his first at bat. O'Malley's at first. Here is the pitch. A curveball, and it misses. The crowd of 19,000 plus has really come alive. Russell came to the Rangers out of Cincinnati. Now the breaking ball misses. 2-0. O'Malley the runner at first. Here is the pitch to Dempsey, way outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Russell spent the entire '84 season with Cincinnati and was 6-18. The 3-0 is on the way. Outside, ball 4. The tying runs are on. There is nobody out. The number 9 man in the order walks. And the batter's going to be Juan Bonilla. Russell came over in July of last year. He completed the deal that sent Buddy Bell to the Cincinnati Reds for outfielder Dwayne Walker. So the Orioles are right back in it, and they need a win to stay 2.5 behind the Boston Red Sox in the American League East. The Red Sox shutting out Chicago 9-0. Bruce Hurst the win in that one. The Yankees have defeated Milwaukee 5-3. The Toronto Blue Jays have won. Bonilla is the batter. Juan has grounded out and has walked. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch to Bonilla. He squares to bunt and takes a called strike on the outside. On the play, Fletcher goes over to cover third. Hara, the second baseman, to cover first, as O'Brien, the first baseman, and the third baseman, Buechele, charge in. We'll see again if Bonilla tries to get the runners down so Lacey could possibly drive him in with a base hit. 1 strike the count. The Rangers are playing for the bunt again. The throw, the bluff throw back to second. Fletcher ran over to try to catch O'Malley asleep at the switch, but when Russell turned to throw, he saw that Tom was right back on the bag. He did not bother to throw. With runners in scoring position, Bonilla is a better than 300 hitter, 313. The runners go, and the pitch is popped up towards the middle of the infield. The infield fly rule is in effect. Tobiera makes the catch. Bonilla, the batter runner, automatically out, and the runners in that situation advance at their own risk. So the bunt wasn't on. Bonilla swinging away and popping it up. The runners taking off on the pitch. They have retreated. Bonilla is out. And the batter's going to be Lee Lacy. Lacy has walked and has grounded into a double play. Went 3 for 4 in last night's game. He's the club's leading hitter for average since the All-Star break, 382. The pitch to Lacy, swing and a miss and a breaking ball. That one came in and broke sharply down, and Lacy went fishing for it and came up dry. Tom O'Malley is at second base. Rick Dempsey is aboard at first. Fred Lynn is on deck. 1 out, 6-4, the Rangers lead it. Here is the pitch, and it's fouled to the upper deck on the right side, so Lacy falls in the hole, 2 strikes to Russell. The grand slam for home run for Larry Sheets, his first as a major leaguer. The Orioles 6th of the year. They are tied with the California Angels in that category for the leadership. The Angels and the Orioles each with 6 grand slam home runs. 2 strikes the count to Lacy. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Lee, and he fouls it back. Russell takes a deep breath. He's ready to work. The 2-strike delivery is on the way, and it is popped up to the right side, right towards Tobiera. Toby makes the catch. And there are 2 outs in the inning. That's all for Lacy. Now Fred Lynn becomes the 9th man to bat in the inning. Freddie is 0 for 2. Game time tomorrow night, 7:35. It's going to be $3 night. We hope to see you here. Here is the pitch to Lynn. Comes in high. 1 ball and no strikes. Scott McGregor goes for the Orioles tomorrow night against Edwin Correa. Then the Indians come into town for a very big weekend series. 1-0 is on the way. And it comes in low, 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, there are thousands of tickets available for the remaining games on the homestand. Tomorrow night's game with the Rangers. You get a ticket for $3. Then the Indians in town over the weekend. Beginning on Monday night, the Toronto Blue Jays will be in town for $3. 6-4, the Rangers lead it. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Orioles have 4 home. They're trying to add more. 2-0 the count to Lynn. Here comes the pitch from Russell. It's foul back, 2-1. On the Gwaltney scoreboard, rain delay in Detroit, the Indians and the Detroit Tigers. No score at the end of 3. Candiotti against Walt Terrell for the Tigers in that one. Lynn awaits the 2-1. Here comes the pitch. Ball 3. Cal Ripken Jr. is on deck. Rip started the inning with a walk. Lynn awaits the 3-1, and here it is. It's high and outside, and they're loaded once again. The Rangers have surrendered 5 walks in this inning. Three by Bobby Witt and 2 by reliever Jeff Russell. Rochester, the Orioles AAA club, beat Columbus tonight in Rochester 3-0. Eric Alvin Bell gets the win. The diminutive left-hander is now 5-1. Ripken is up, bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Rip. It's in there for a call, strike at the knees. Ripken's been out on a fly ball to deep left center field, and he has walked. Now the bases are loaded for Rip. A base hit in this game could be tied up. 1 strike the count. The pitch to Ripken, chopping ground ball towards short, and Buechele loses a grip on the ball, throws to first, but not in time. O'Malley is home. It's a 6-5 game. The bases are still loaded. The ground ball was headed to Fletcher. It looked like he was going to make the play. Buechele, darting over in front of him, picked it up, then lost a grip on it. By the time he was able to throw to first, Ripken was safe at first, and a run is home. So charge an error to Buechele. Ripken will not get credit for an RBI, and here's Jim Dwyer with the bases loaded. The pitch to Jimmy, and a breaking ball comes outside. What a wild inning. Tom O'Malley home with a 5th run. Dwyer has walked twice. The 1-0 to Dwyer. Sails outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Russell can ill afford a walk in this situation. He'll tie the ball game. Now Scott Fletcher is going to come over to say something to Russell. Everywhere you look, there's an Oriole. Cal Ripken Jr. is at first. Fred Lynn, the runner, at second, and Rick Dempsey is aboard at first. Fletcher has completed his conference with Russell. 6-5 ball game with the Rangers in the lead. Listen to the crowd. Here's the 2-0 pitch. A high drive is lifted into deep center field. McDowell is back onto the warning track, and it's gone! It's gone! A grand slam home run for Jim Dwyer. Holy cow! It is a 9-6 game. Memorial Stadium has erupted into a frenzy. Here comes Bobby Valentine. A very dejected look on his face, but listen to the crowd. They want Dwyer. Can you believe it? 2 grand slam home runs in the inning. For Jim Dwyer, his 8th home run of the year, and he now has 29 RBIs. Just amazing. You can hear the moaning and groaning in New England. The Red Sox fans headed home. They have their radios on. They're listening in for the score of this game, and the Orioles have jumped in front 9-6. The Orioles, as Russell comes out of the game and the crowd is still on its feet. The Orioles have now tied a major league record with 2 grand slam home runs in the inning. Jeff Russell has departed, and the left-hander is on. And the Texas Rangers are talking to themselves. Mason now comes on to work. Just an electrifying atmosphere at Memorial Stadium. Mason getting ready, the left-hander. The bases are clear. The Orioles have 9 runs home in the 4th inning. And while Mason gets ready, and he works from a very odd motion, he is bent over, almost as if he's pitching from a motion that says, don't watch me, I'm going to sneak one by you. Bent way over. He's getting ready, and he'll take over for Jeff Russell. A grand slam home run from Larry Sheets. Another grand slam from Jim Dwyer. 2 in the inning. The Orioles now lead the American League in grand slam home runs. They have 7. They're not done yet. Here comes Jim Traber. Nine runs on 3 base hits. The Texas Rangers have 6 runs and 8 hits. One of the incredible comebacks in the history of this franchise. Down 6-0, and they score 9 runs in an inning in the 4th to take the lead 9-6. Here is Traber against Mason. The pitch, and it comes inside, and Traber has to jump out of there in a hurry. Mason's record is 6-3. Appearing in his first time in relief. Here is the pitch to Traber, and he fouls it back to the upper deck. Mason has been on the disabled list. He just came off. The pitch to Traber, swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mason is a left-hander. In the 93 innings he's worked, he has surrendered 6 home runs. Here's the pitch to Traber, high and inside, and Traber has to bail out of there, and he stares right out at Mason. Now the home plate umpire gets in front of Traber. Traber is really upset. He was hit last night. Both benches are now emptying. Traber was hit last night, and Mason has come very close to him with 2 pitches here, after the Orioles have hit 2 grand slam home runs in the inning. And Traber had had enough. He just got up off the deck, and he growled something out at Mason, and Mason threw his arms apart as if to say, all right, here I am. By that time, the home plate umpire Denkinger quickly and wisely had gotten to Jim Traber and cooled him off a bit. Fred Lynn is now talking to Jimmy, along with Earl Weaver and Cal Ripken Sr. and Frank Robinson. Scotty McGregor is there, trying to cool him down. Frank will tell him the best way. Frank Robinson will say, don't charge the mound, that's a mistake. Just find a fat pitch and knock it a very long, long way. But Traber taking 2 close pitches after being hit last night, and he lost his cool. Common sense has prevailed, and both benches are returning. The Rangers to theirs on the first base side, the Orioles to theirs on the other side. And we will get about the game of baseball. Traber is a feisty sort. In his open stance, 2-2 the count to Jim. Here is the pitch, and he fouls it back. Traber's been called out on strikes. This is the second time he has been up in this inning. He's also scored, of course, one of the runs as a result of a walk. The pitch, and it is foul back. Left-hander against left-hander. Here's the pitch, a ground ball towards the first baseman O'Brien. He's got it behind the bag. He flips to Mason covering. The inning is over. But not before the Orioles have scored 9. Listen to the crowd. At the end of 4, the Orioles 9 and the Rangers 6.
Your fantasy is about to be fulfilled. IHOP's French Toast Fantasy. 3 luscious styles of French toast with all your favorites starting at $4.99. IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy.
I love you.
screens, wireless, broadband, and TV are coming together. Another innovation from AT&T, helping you make the most of your world. The passion to invent, the drive to deliver. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Hi, I'm Rick Dempsey. You're watching the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Kenny Dixon started the game. He worked an inning plus 5 batters, and a grand slam home run did Ken Dixon in. That's by Toby Harrah. Both teams now, both sides have been warned by the umpires on the brushback pitches. Could mean an automatic ejection the next time there is one. Here is the pitch, and the breaking ball is fouled back. Three grand slams in the game. You don't see that very often. As I mentioned earlier, 2 in an inning ties a major league record. One strike the count to Gary. Here is the pitch, and it's fouled back. The 3 grand slams in one game is now a major league record. Jones shakes off Dempsey. Now he's got the side he wants. The 2-strike delivery, and did he check his swing in time? No, he did not. He got around with it. Gary Ward strikes out, and he lets the home plate umpire hear a little guff. Odell Jones coming in this game in the 2nd inning. Rich Bordy is now up and working in the Oriole bullpen. Jones has given up a run and 5 hits. Larry Parrish will be the batter. Here's the pitch to Larry, and it comes inside. A fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Jones ready to work again. Here's the pitch from Odell. Foul back to the screen, 1-1. Parrish has singled and scored. That in the 2nd inning. And he has been out on a fly ball. Don Slaught is on deck. Jones with a 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Larry Parrish used primarily as a designated hitter, but he's been playing some third base lately. And before the game today, he got a few tips on playing third base from Brooks Robinson. Can't find a better source for that particular position. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Jones strikes him out. So Odell with back-to-back strikeouts to get this inning underway. His first 2 strikeouts, and here is Don Slaught. Steve Buechele moves into the on-deck circle. Slaught, an Oriole nemesis, comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. That's the best time to face him. The pitch to him, swing and a miss. Odell with a big breaking ball in there. Slaught chased it. Didn't come anywhere near it. The 1-strike pitch is on the way. Swing and a miss, and another breaking ball. 2 outs in the inning. 2 strikes to Slaught. There is nobody on. 9-6, the Orioles lead it. Jones into his windup. Here is the pitch. It comes outside. 1-2. For joining the Orioles, Odell last pitch in the majors with the Texas Rangers. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and Odell Jones strikes out the side, and they're on their feet again. This time for Odell. 3 up, 3 down. The Rangers roll over quietly. The end of 4.5, halfway through. It's the Orioles 9 and the Rangers 6.
When you donate your used car or truck to the Maryland School for the Blind,
you're not only helping me,
you open the door
to new learning opportunities
for more than 700 students
statewide.
Students with complex needs.
You can help by donating your old car or truck today.
All of the money raised from your donation supports critical programs right here in Maryland.
Thank you for helping the Maryland School for the Blind.
If you could build your own Nissan Altima, what would it have? We thought so. The Nissan Altima Special Edition Package. 14 popular options and a $199 per month lease or no payments until 2007. Nissan Altima. We built it just for you.
Welcome back to Sports Legends at Camden Yards. Tom Davis together with the former Oriole Larry Sheets. We're talking about the Orioles and the Texas Rangers game from August the 6th, 1986. Larry Sheets and Jim Dwyer hit grand slam home runs in the 4th inning of this game. The Orioles leading now 9-6. Your memories of the grand slam and the inning, the way it went?
Well, I know we were behind in the game, and Bobby Witt, who I hit my grand slam off of, had walked the bases loaded, and I think he had a no-hitter up to that point. And I remember looking down at Cal Sr. and not getting the take sign. And so I was just looking for something. I know it's like it was yesterday that I could drive, and he's looking to finally throw a strike, and that's you know, I hit the grand slam to right center field, and then Jimmy comes up, we load the bases again, and he hits a grand slam off Jeff Russell.
That's kind of interesting. This has only happened 6 times in baseball history, 2 grand slams in the same inning. Fernando Tatis, by the way, hit 2 grand slam home runs himself in the same inning for Montreal many, many years ago. But a grand slam home run for any player, where does that rank in status for your career?
Oh, that's, you know, it's huge, and I know, you know, Eddie had a ton of them in his career. It was the only one that I hit, and you look at it from your own personal statistics. It's a home run and it's 4 RBIs. I mean, that's a good start to a night, but I mean, that's the epitome of home runs.
We'll be back with the second half of this Orioles-Rangers game from August the 6th, 1986 in just a moment as another Orioles classic continues on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
It's a little something I've done every night since I was a kid. Empty my pocket change into this old jar. It's never much, just what's left after I break $1. And I never thought I could get quality life insurance with my spare change.
Neither did I, until I saw a commercial for Colonial Penn. Imagine people our age getting life insurance at such an affordable rate.
If you're 50 to 85, you can get guaranteed acceptance life insurance from Colonial Penn for about 25 cents a day, just $7.95 a month per unit. There's no medical exam and no health questions. Colonial Penn makes it easy and affordable to help cover your final expenses. Call now for free information and a free gift.
Call 1-800-696-1972 to receive free information and a free gift. Call 1-800-696-1972 or visit our website at colonialpenn.com. Call now.
Larry Sheets leads it off. Bottom of the 5th inning. The pitcher Mason, and it's in there for a called strike. Left-hander against left-hander. And there's a left-hander on deck, Tom O'Malley. He'll be followed by Rick Dempsey. Mason with a pitch, and Sheets fouls it back. Larry has walked and hit a grand slam home run. Mason peering in to get the sign. The 2-strike pitch is on the way, and it comes in high, 1-2. He peers in to get the sign from Slot. 1-2 is on the way, and it's a call, strike 3. Sheets does not stay to complain. He is called out on strikes. Mason was reactivated off the 15-day disabled list today. He strained a muscle above his left elbow in a start in Detroit on July the 18th, and then went on the disabled list July 21st. Pitched 5 innings in the Hall of Fame game at Cooperstown against Kansas City on Monday. O'Malley, the batter. Here's the pitch to him, and a fastball is in there for a called strike. O'Malley singled his last time up. The pitch to Tom. Check swing, ground ball, but foul off the third base side. To make room for Mason, Ricky Wright went on the 15-day disabled list. He has a pulled right groin muscle. The 2-strike pitch, and it comes in low, 1-2. Our out-of-town scores come to you from Gwaltney, the people who make your summertime more fun. 1-2 to O'Malley, sharply hit ground ball, first base way, but foul. Picnics with Gwaltney cold cuts, cookouts with Gwaltney hot dogs, all to make summertime living just a bit more easy. The best way to save money on all Gwaltney products. Here comes the 1-2 to O'Malley. High fly ball lifted into left center field. McDowell drawing a beat on it. He's under it and makes the catch. So there are 2 outs in the inning. And again, you can save on Gwaltney products. You can find them at all the best grocery stores in Oriole land, like Wise supermarkets in the Baltimore area. They're all Gwaltney and they're all great. Here is Rick Dempsey, 2 out and nobody on. The pitch to Dempsey, and he fouls one off the third base side over near the box seat railings. Dempsey has grounded out and has walked and scored in that big 9-run inning. Mason bending over to get the sign. He stays bent over during his motion. Here comes the pitch into Dempsey, and it's a call, strike 2. 9 runs for the Orioles on just 3 base hits. The Rangers have 6 runs on 8 hits. Here's the pitch. Dempsey swings and misses, and he goes down on strikes. The Orioles go quickly in their half of the 5th inning. 3 up, 3 down, and a 5 from Memorial Stadium. It's the Orioles 9 and the Rangers 6.
ACC football is here on MASN. Watch the rebroadcast of the Virginia Cavaliers Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets game Saturday, September 23rd at 7 a.m. and Sunday, September 24th at 10 p.m. right here on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Rick Dempsey. Tune in the Anita Mark Show.
Don't you know who I am?
Weekdays from 4 to 7 here on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Don't tease me with a good time.
Hi, I'm Sam Perlazzo.
I am Ramon Hernandez.
I'm Eric Vidar.
He struck, came out. What a play. Swing and a miss.
You're watching the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
It is good!
And Miggy lines it to left. Marvin Moore with a diving stop.
And now the Orioles have a chance to win it.
He is out at the plate. Hi, I'm Rick Dempsey. You're watching the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
Pretty soon they'll stick a 0 in there under the bottom of the 5th inning on the scoreboard. Buechele leads it off, and he'll be followed by Hara and Odell McDowell. Odell Jones with a chance to be a winner in this one after he comes into a ball game with his team down 5-0. Here's the pitch to Buechele, and it comes in low. Odell Jones in the last inning struck out the side, getting Ward, Parrish, and Sloan. 1-0 the count to Buechele. Buechele walked with the bases loaded in his first at bat. Next time up, he grounded out. Here is the pitch, and it's a called strike on the outside. After that walk, Toby Harrah, the on-deck batter, belted the first of 3 Grand Slam home runs. Curveball comes inside, 2-1. Harrah's got 1, and the Orioles have 2. Sheets hit 1 in the 4th inning, and so did Jim Dwyer. Jones has got the sign from Dempsey. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Looped into left field. Larry Sheets charging on. He's not going to get to it. Picks it up on the first hop, and Buechele leads off the inning with a single. The Orioles and the Rangers establishing a new record with 3 Grand Slam home runs in a game. There have been 2 in many games. The last time that happened in the American League was in 1984, when Alvin Davis hit one for the Seattle Mariners and Mike Hargrove hit one for the Cleveland Indians. Hasn't happened since 1981. That's just 2 in a game. 3 have never happened. Hasn't happened in the National League since 1981. Martin with a Grand Slam home run for San Francisco in a game against Cincinnati. Oster hit one for the Reds. Kenny Rowe's been out talking with Odell Jones. Brad Havens is up and warming in the Oriole bullpen. The runner at first base, Steve Buechele. Here's Toby Harrah. Harrah is 2 for 2, the Grand Slam home run, then singled his next time up. Got to third, tried to score on a fly ball to right field, but Lacey nailed him at the plate. Here is the pitch, a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Buechele is at second. He is headed to third. Lacey's throw to third. It will not be in time. And the Texas Rangers, with runners at first and third, Harrah on a 3-for-3 game. And Oldeby McDowell now represents the tying run. Rowe had come out, pitching coach Ken Rowe had come out, and now quickly Earl Weaver with the left-hander up. Oldeby McDowell and Odell Jones in a jam, runners at first and third, and Weaver's going to make the call. Oldeby McDowell, left-handed hitter against the lefty Brad Havens, runners at first and third. There is nobody out. The pitch, and a fastball is pumped in there for a called strike. Good heater from Brad Havens. Oldeby has 14 home runs. He can muscle up and hit it a long way. 1 strike the count. Runners at first and third. Here is the pitch, and breaking ball just comes inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Havens looking in to get the sign from Dempsey. Runners on the corners. The 1-1 is on the way. Call strike on the curveball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Steve Buechele is at third base, and Toby Harrah is aboard at first. Havens nods in approval to the sign from Dempsey. The lefty's 1-2. And he misses with it, 2-2. Havens last worked Sunday in Toronto. In a game the Orioles lost 6-4. Worked just an inning, had 2 strikeouts in that inning. The 2-2 is on the way from Brad. Call strike 3. Caught him looking. So McDowell is down on strikes. Rich Morty continues to get ready in the Oriole bullpen. And now McDowell is in an argument with the home plate umpire, and he is upset with Denkinger. Denkinger takes quite a bit from McDowell. Now he is looking back at him, and Oldeby is headed over towards the dugout. Bobby Valentine coming out to try to get Oldeby back into the dugout before he gets thrown out of the game. Scott Fletcher will be the batter. Havens has worked in 3 games against the Rangers, a total of 5 1/3 innings, and has not done that well. He has given up 6 runs, and one of his losses coming to the Rangers. Runners at first and third with 1 out. Scott Fletcher is the batter. Overall, Havens 3-1, appearing in his 32nd game. The pitch, swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying into the stands, and hopefully everybody's going to be all right. Again, when you come to a ball game, please be very alert. The fans now want to keep the bat, but that's a gamer. Fletcher will say to the fans, now look, I'll get you a bat, don't worry about it, but please give me my gamer bat. I've been hitting close to 400 over the last month, and when I get a good bat, I want to keep it. And someone in the Texas dugout now may get another Scott Fletcher bat. and bring it out to that fan who caught him. Fletcher wanted that one back, and he got it back. Fletcher's 1 for 3. He has a single. The infield has pulled a double play down. The Orioles could get out of the inning with a double play. Runners at first and third. The pitch, and a fastball is in there for a call, strike 2. When you come to the ballpark and you're sitting in an open area, whether it's in the upper deck or the lower deck, please be very alert. It's just a scary situation to see a bat go flying into the seats like that. Chopping ground ball just off the third base side of the mound. The throw to first in time. Hara goes down to second base. Buechele holding at third. Fletcher is out. The play goes 1-3. Havens quickly off the mound to pick that one up and make the throw to first in time. Now the infield will be able to play back. Pete O'Brien will be the batter, another left-handed hitter against the lefty Brad Havens. O'Brien has walked twice and is grounded into a double play. Havens looks to the runner at second. Now breaks contact with the mound. Tugs at his cap with his left hand. Now looks into Dempsey. Here comes the pitch to O'Brien, and it is low. 1 ball and no strikes. O'Brien with 15 home runs. A base hit. Here is the pitch. It comes in low. 2 balls and no strikes. A base hit could get a couple of runs home. O'Brien with 1 swing of the bat could tie it up. His 22 home runs last year were the most ever by a Ranger left-hander. Pete Incaviglia's on deck. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Havens with a pitch, and he misses again. 3-0. The inning started with back-to-back singles by Buechele and Hara. McDowell went down on strikes to Havens when he took over for Odell Jones. Fletcher was out on a ground ball back towards the mound on the third base side. And now O'Brien, the left-handed hitter against the southpaw, has a 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch from Brad. It's in there for a called strike, the fastball. Rangers 5 runs in the second inning, another in the third. All 9 Oriole runs coming in the 4th inning. A look to second. Here is the pitch, and it comes in low. And now they're loaded up. And Earl Weaver wastes no time in coming out of the Oriole bullpen. Oriole dugout, and will call on the Oriole bullpen once again. Havens got the job done against McDowell and Fletcher. Against the left-hander O'Brien.
Rich Bordy all set to go now in a big spot in this game with the Orioles leading 9-6, but Texas with the bases loaded.
Pete Incaviglia, the batter. He has doubled and scored. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to him, and it's in there for a called strike. No room for Incaviglia. 2 outs in the inning. Bordy trying to put the cap on the Rangers. Here comes the pitch from Rich Bordy. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes to count. Bordy in his last 7 appearances has allowed only 2 runs in 20 2/3 innings. During that span, he's allowed only 9 hits. He's walked 4 and has 19 strikeouts. He lowered his ERA from 3.88 over those appearances to 3.09. 2 strikes to Incaviglia. The pitch, a breaking ball. It's low, gets away from Dempsey. But the runners will hold as Dempsey quickly chases it down. And now he's going to say something to Bordy. Rich has allowed only 1 run in his last 17 2/3 innings. 1-2 the count to Incaviglia. Incaviglia, 18 home runs. He can hit it a long way. Quite a few home runs for a rookie. But he has also gone down on strikes very often. 122 strikeouts. The bases are loaded. Rich Bordy in a big spot in the game. The 1-2 is on the way. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And the Rangers in Incaviglia leave the bases loaded. For the Rangers, no runs, 2 hits, 3 left, end of 5 1/2. It's the Orioles 9 and the Rangers 6.
Working from home changed my life.
It all started when I was referred by this free service.
All you need is a computer and a little belief in yourself.
With all the money I made working from home, I bought a new home. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love the lifestyle my home business offers. And the money's great, too.
If you're not working from home, then you're missing out on your share of a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I make over $7,000 a month working part-time.
I'm making $5,000 a month. Never thought I'd make this much right out of school.
I actually like what I do now, and I'm making more than ever.
Put your computer to work now.
My goal for next month is $20,000.
Working from home changed my life. This is the one website you have to visit.
I love working from home.
Ready for more money? Start earning extra money yourself by going to this website today.
Log on to 4getahead.com now.
The Orioles, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, leading the Texas Rangers 9-6. The Rangers had 5 runs in the 2nd inning. A grand slam in that inning by Toby Harrah. They got another in the 3rd inning. Then the Orioles, in one of the incredible innings in the history of this franchise, scored 9 runs in the bottom of the 4th, 2 grand slam home runs, one by Larry Sheets and one by Jim Dwyer. Juan Bonilla leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch, and Mason misses. 1 ball and no strikes the count. The Orioles have their 9 runs on just 3 hits. The Rangers 6 runs and 10 hits. The pitch to Bonilla, swing and a miss. All of the Orioles hits coming in that inning. Otherwise, they've been shut down as far as the base hits are concerned. The only other hit of the game, a single by Tom O'Malley. The pitch to Bonilla, an off-speed delivery, misses. 2-1. Lacey is on deck, and he'll be followed by Fred Lynn. The 2-1 to Bonilla. It comes outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Don't forget $3 night tomorrow night. Then Friday night, the Indians come to town. Friday night game time at 8:05. Saturday night, the San Diego Chicken will be here. Then Sunday, the Old Timers game. The 3-1 is on the way. In there for a called strike. The Old Timers game will feature some of your heroes of Birdland from that great World Championship team back in 1966. Here's the 3-2 to Bonilla. Walked him with a pitch that was low. And Mason upset with the home plate umpire Denkinger. Bonilla is aboard. The Old Timers team for the Orioles will play a team of former Washington Senators. The Old Timers game will get underway at 12:30. Should be a lot of fun at the ballpark on Sunday. You'll see heroes of Birdland from the past and present. Fellows like Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson from that great team back in 1966, and Dave McNally. And the heroes of Birdland in 1986, Eddie Murray, Cal Ripken Jr., Jim Traber, Larry Sheets. Lacey the batter. Lee is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Lacey. Squares to bunt and does so but foul up the third base line. The Indians and the Orioles have played 6 games, each side winning 3. And in recent years, the Tribe has been a very tough club for the Orioles. And the Indians rarely find themselves still in the pennant race in August. So you can see the importance of the series coming up this weekend. Throw to first, and Bonilla is back. Well, we've got plenty of room for you if you want to come out and enjoy baseball over the weekend. 1-strike pitch, a high drive is lifted to deep left field, and Lacey's going to touch them all. A 2-run homer for Lee Lacey. Here comes Bonilla, and here comes Lacey. 11-6 Orioles. Lacy with the rainbow club into left. And the Orioles get a little breathing room against the Rangers. They now lead 11-6. Fred Lynn, the batter. Here's the pitch to Freddie. It comes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Orioles now with 121 home runs. The 1-0 to Fred Lynn. Ground ball first base way. O'Brien picks it up and he races to the bag ahead of Fred Lynn. There is 1 out in the inning. The Orioles with 2 grand slams and now a 2-run homer. The club is really starting to call on Dr. Longball. Here comes Cal Ripken Jr. 11 runs on just 4 hits. 3 of the 4 hits home runs. Rangers 6 runs and 10 hits. The pitch to Ripken, it sails in high, a fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 on the way to Ripken. Fastball comes inside, 2-0. Ripken in this game out on a fly ball his first time up. Walked and scored in the 4th, reached on an error and scored in the 4th. Tom Dodd is on deck. Here comes the pitch to Ripken. A pop fly to very shallow center field. Hera and Fletcher going back, and Fletcher makes the catch. Another great night for Jim Dwyer. Walked a couple of times in his first 2 at-bats, scored a run. Then the next time up, he belted a grand slam home run. The pitch to Dodd comes inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Tom hitting .250. He's been at bat 12 times. He's had 3 base hits, 1 of them a home run. Here's the pitch. A comebacker right to the mound. Mason has got it. His throw to first in time. Dodd is retired, as are the Orioles, but they add 2 more on the Lee Lacy round tripper. And at the end of 6 from Memorial Stadium, it's the Orioles 11 and the Rangers 6.
Hey mambo, mambo Italiano, hey mambo, mambo Italiano.
For a limited time only, try Papa John's Sicilian Meats Pizza for just $11.99. That's a large Sicilian Meats Pizza, only $11.99. Loaded with spicy Italian sausage, pepperoni, Italian salami, and sliced linguiça. Papa John's Sicilian Meats Pizza, just $11.99. Call now or order online.
Taste the difference. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Now on DVD, it's MLB Bloopers, the funny side of baseball. Get ready for all the hits, misses, and some things we just can't explain. Jam-packed with pranks, practical jokes, and bloopers. Featuring your favorite stars from Major League Baseball. MLB Bloopers, the funny side of baseball. Now on DVD.
The Orioles lead 11-6. Gary Ward leads it off against Rich Bordy with more play-by-play. Here's John.
All right, thanks, Tom. Ward has singled twice and struck out. He swings here and misses. Strike 1. Bordy, the 4th Oriole pitcher. And with Don Ossie not available, the only pitcher remaining in the Oriole bullpen is Nate Snell. Other than starting pitchers, here's the 1-strike offering. The curve is squibbed foul off to the right into the crowd. 0-2. Parrish and Slaught will follow. Dixon went 1 inning plus as the Orioles starter gave up 5 runs and 3 hits. Odell Jones then went 4 innings plus, giving up 1 run on 7 hits. And then Brad Havens went 2/3 of an inning. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He jammed him with a fastball. Bordy has struck out each of the 2 hitters he's faced. Bordy and Havens combining to get the Orioles out of big trouble in the 6th inning. 2 men were on and nobody out. Runners at first and third, in fact, when Havens came on. Havens got the first 2 hitters and then walked O'Brien, and with the bases loaded, Bordy got them out of the inning with the strikeout. 1 out in the 7th, and here is Parrish, right-hand batter, 1 for 3. He takes inside, ball 1. Parrish has singled. He's lined out to right and struck out. A very odd-looking line under the game totals. There's a high fly ball into left field. Sheets is right there under it, waiting, and he has it. Out number 2. The Texas Rangers have 6 runs, 10 hits, with 1 error. There's nothing unusual about that. The Orioles have 11 runs, 4 hits. As I was saying before the ball game, if the Orioles just get 3-4 hits in this ball game, they'll probably score 10-11 runs. Here's the pitch to Slot, grounded foul, third base side. And it is 0-1. There was a game here, an important game, a playoff game in 1974, where Oakland defeated the Orioles to go to the World Series and got only 1 hit in the game. Here's the windup. Bordy's 1-strike delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And as the A's partied afterwards, celebrating the pennant down at the Chesapeake restaurant back in 1974, Reggie Jackson, who got that hit, a double off the left field wall, said, "I knew if we just got 1 hit, we win this ball game." And that day he was right. The 2-strike pitch, just missing inside, 1-2. The Orioles getting 9 runs on 3 hits in the 4th inning, 2 runs and 1 hit in the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Slot. Curve just a bit high, missing very close again. 2-2 the count. Rangers pitchers have allowed 10 walks in this game, and 6 of the walks have turned into runs. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. He got him with a slider. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the last of the 7th. It's the Orioles 11 and Texas 6.
Tonight at Red Roof Inn, Bill stays in a Business King room.
Look at his space.
And feels like a Business King himself.
Multitasking. Chances of me working are remote.
Don't miss the redesigned, rededicated Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
Anyway, that's the control room. A lot of chaos there, but it all looks good when it comes out in the show, actually. Thanks for those people. Then over here in the digital center is our highlight screening area. So that's where we get all the games that are played that night, down in a 90-second or 2-minute clips or whatever you're going to see on Sports Center. This hallway, it runs between, both rooms. If you want to get from the control room to the screening, then this is the hallway you'd take. Questions or anything? I can answer whatever you want about the place. No? Nothing?
Tonight at Red Roof Inn, guests get great deals at redroof.com.
Oh, that deal's hot!
And get a great deal more than they expected.
How low can you go?
Don't miss red hot deals from Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
Due to time constraints, we move on to a later portion of Orioles Classics.
John Shelby now in left field for the Orioles, who stays in the game. As we move to the 8th inning, John Miller with Tom Marr. The Orioles are leading 11-6 as Steve Buechele leads off in the 8th inning for Texas. He'll be followed by Toby Harrah and Oddibe McDowell. Buechele drew a bases-loaded walk in the 2nd inning, and that was the first run of the game. He grounded a short in the 3rd, and he singled in the 6th. He's 1 for 2, right-hand batter. Texas out hitting the Orioles 10-5, but trailing 11-6 in the game. And the pitch inside, ball 1. Through 3 innings, the Orioles did not have a hit against Bobby Witt, although he had walked 4. And then he walked the bases loaded to start the 4th inning when Sheets hit a grand slam homer against it. The pitch a little bit low, ball 2. Witt in 3 innings plus ended up walking 7. After he gave up a single to O'Malley, he was gone. The relief pitcher, Jeff Russell, then walked the first hitter he faced. And with 2 down, he walked Freddie Lynn to load the bases again. Pitch in for a strike to Buechele, 2-1. Then Buechele made an error on a slow topping ground ball off the bat of Ripken. to allow a run to score to make it 6-5, and the inning still alive for Jim Dwyer, and he hit a grand slam homer. A 9-run inning. Pitch is drilled foul down the left field line, out of play. 2-2. The second time since the All-Star break that the Orioles have scored 9 runs in an inning here. They did it against the White Sox back on July 27th. 2-2 pitch. Inside for a ball, 3-2. But that one, in retrospect, was just really a dull 9-run inning. They got a bunch of base hits. Tonight they got 3 hits and scored 9 in the 4th. And there were records that were tied or set. The pitch is dribbled foul just off to the left. 3-2. Incidentally, with 11 homers in 3 games, just in case you're wondering, the Orioles are still well behind the Major League record for homers by a team in 3 consecutive games. That record is 16. The Boston Red Sox set it in June of '77. You may remember that because they hit a lot of those against the Orioles in that stretch. 3-2 pitch on the way. A drive deep into left center field. Lynn is racing back to the warning track, back to the wall, and this one is gone. A home run for Steve Buechele back beyond the 387-foot side in deep left center field. His 15th home run of the year, and now it is 11-7. Now Toby Harrah. Toby started the night with a grand slam homer. He's added 2 singles since then and is 3 for 3. That is the 5th home run hit in the game. The pitch to Harrah, inside, ball 1. 11th hit for the Rangers. 11-7 the score. We're in the 8th inning. Bordy winds, he throws. Fouled back to the screen. 1-1 the count. The Red Sox back in that '77 season were on one of the, well, in fact, the most prodigious, explosive home run stretch in the history of Major League Baseball. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive over Ripken's head. Base hit left center field. Over to pick it up is the left fielder Shelby, and Toby Harrah has his 4th consecutive hit. 12th hit overall, and that brings up Odabe McDowell. McDowell has struck out, ground to the second, singled and stolen a base, and he is struck out looking. 1 for 4. The Orioles bullpen a little bit thin right now, with Bordy being the 4th pitcher of the night and Don Ossie not being available. Nobody throwing out there right now. It's up to Bordy to regroup. McDowell, the left-hand batter, standing in. Nobody out. A runner at first. Traber playing behind Harrah. The pitch is low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Fletcher on deck. This game started exactly 3 hours ago. And we're in the 8th. The pitch just a bit low again. Ball 2. An hour and 13-minute rain delay. Got us off to a late start, and then the Orioles' 4th inning kind of made everybody forget about the time element. 2-0 pitch popped up foul, and this will reach back out of play off the third base side. O'Malley chased over, but it was back out of play. But now with the Orioles ahead late in the ball game, I think people are starting to feel tired, and they'd like the Orioles to wrap it up so they can go home. The Rangers trying to mount a comeback. 11-7 in the 8th inning. Harrah with his lead from first. McDowell, that wide open stance. The pitch to him. Line drive, base hit, center field. Fred Lynn hustles over to his right to field it. He throws into second base behind Harrah. Toby rounded the bag, but then immediately went back. So 2 men on with nobody out, and now Ken Rowe goes out to the mound as the Orioles pitching coach. When Bordy came in, it was probably earlier than Earl Weaver would have wanted to bring him in. But he came in to face Pete Incaviglia, who had a chance to put the Rangers ahead in the 6th inning, and so Earl decided he better make the move right then. A little early, perhaps, but better than one hitter too late, he decided. The move paid off. Incaviglia struck out. The Orioles maintained their 3-run lead. All right, all the conferencing has come to an end. The Rangers' leading hitter, Scott Fletcher, comes up now. And then the power after that, O'Brien, Incaviglia, Ward, Parrish. Scott Fletcher, a right-hand batter, is flied out to left. He is singled. He's flied out into a double play, which seemed like nothing at all when it happened. The score was 6-0 when Lacey threw out Hara trying to score on the fly ball in the 4th. Fletcher rolled out. The pitcher making the play near the third baseline in the 6th. He's 1 for 4. The pitch from Bordy is outside, ball 1. Now Nate Snell gets up in the Oriole bullpen. 1-0 to Fletcher. 2 on, nobody out. One more base runner, and the Rangers will have the possible tying run at the plate. Bordy on top. The pitch. Fly ball foul off the right field side and all the way back into the upper deck. 1-1 the count. 11-7, 8th inning. Orioles ahead. But Bordy has given up 3 straight hits to start the 8th inning. A home run to Buechele, singles by Hara and McDowell. The 1-1 pitch. Bunted third base side, but foul. Fletcher has many times this year bunted for base hits, and he was trying to do so there, but he rolled it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This can be a pretty good field for a good bunter. The grass is cut very close. It's allowed to grow very close to the foul line. You get it right along that foul line, and sometimes the grass will help hold it in fair ground. Many ballparks, the grass is well off the foul line, and you've got dirt over there. But Fletcher hit it fairly hard. It went foul. 1-2 the count. Now Bordy starts to throw, and Fletcher had backed out. Bordy was looking back at Hara. The runner at second didn't know the time had been called. Hara and McDowell, the base runners. Nobody out. Fletcher down in a crouch, presents a very small target up there. Chokes up 3-4 inches. The pitch, swing, and he rolls it foul to the right toward the seats. 1-2. Hit it right off the end of the bat. Tomorrow night, the final game of the year between these two clubs. They've had a wild season series. Scott McGregor versus Edwin Correa. $3 night. Now the stretch and the 1-2 pitch. A check swing and a foul hit accidentally over toward the box seats to the right. Ricocheted over to Pete O'Brien in the on-deck circle. 1-2 the count. And here it comes. Slider taken low and outside. 2-2. And again, Bordy on top. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Fletcher, furious at striking out, something he rarely does. And here in a big spot, Bordy gets him with a fine slider for the first out. That was a big one. 2 more to go now, and the power is up. Here is Pete O'Brien. O'Brien walked in the first, grounded into an inning-ending double play in the second. He was walked intentionally in the 4th and walked again in the 6th. He's 0 for 1, but he's been on base 3 times. The pitch from Bordy. The curve is low, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. O'Brien has walked more often than any other Ranger hitter. Got a pretty good eye up there. Nate Snell up in the bullpen, taking an occasional throw out there. Bordy's 1-0 pitch. Fastball low and in. 2-0. Incaviglia on deck. The Orioles came into the inning leading 11-6, but the Texas Rangers are threatening to make it a little more interesting than that. The pitch. Drive deep down the right field line, hooking into the corner, and this one is a fair ball, a home run. A 3-run homer for O'Brien, a screamer just down the right field line and just barely fair. And it is now 11-10. O'Brien with his 16th home run of the year, his 64th, 65th, and 66th runs batted in, and that one was really crushed. He golfed at it, pitched down around the knees on the inside, and it was, as it turned out, a question of fair or foul. The 3rd home run for the Rangers, the 2nd in the inning. 4 runs have scored, and here is Incaviglia. Incaviglia has grounded a third. He has doubled and scored a run. He's flied out to right center and struck out. He's 1 for 4. And the pitch. Breaking ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. And Donassi not available. 11-10. Everything is coming undone here quickly for Bordy in the 8th. Slider called a strike in the inside. Bordy has faced 5 hitters in the inning. 2 of them have homered and 2 of them have singled and 4 of them have scored. Each team has hit 3 homers in the game. Texas with 14 hits now. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Slider lined into center field, a base hit. The fans wanting a change, but not knowing the status perhaps of Donassi. Here's Gary Ward. Right-hand batter has 2 singles and a run batted in. He's also struck out 2 for 4. 15 hits for Texas. They're out hitting the Orioles 15-5, but still the Orioles are leading 11-10. Throw to first. And Incaviglia is back. The pitch to Ward. Line drive, center field. That's a base hit. Over toward right center. Lynn over to cut it off. Rounding second is Incaviglia. He goes to third. And the Rangers have the possible tying run at third base with only 1 out. And that is 6 hits in the inning against Rich Bordy. And here comes Earl Weaver. All he's got left is Nate Snell, and Nate has been struggling. Nate took a loss in Texas last week. But he is what is left out there, and now they'll have to go to him. 4 runs in the 8th inning for Texas, and they're threatening to get more. Just a base hit or even a fly ball away from tying this game. Nate Snell on to pitch now. He is the 5th Oriole pitcher of the game, and the Orioles have now cleaned out their bullpen. 1 out and runners at first and third. Rich Bordy went 1 2/3 innings, charged with 4 runs and 6 hits, and all of that coming here in this inning. Incaviglia, the runner at third. Ward is at first. The Orioles with Nate Snell, a sinker baller in there. Nate's specialty is getting the ground ball, and they dearly love to get one right here with Parrish at the plate. Tall right-hand swinger. 1 for 4 in the game. The pitch popped up foul off the first base side and back out of play. Snell worked last night, getting the side out in order in the 9th inning, although the Rangers hit the ball hard. He got 3 up and 3 down. And he worked Monday in Toronto, the 9th inning, effectively, getting the side down in order. In relief of Boddicker. The 1-strike delivery. Popped up foul again, first base side. This too will land back out of play. Traber, just in case, goes over toward the dugout, but it is maybe 4 rows back beyond the dugout. 0-2 the count. This ball game tonight has been about 3 separate games. Texas won the first 3 innings 6-0. The Orioles won the middle 3 11-0. And now Texas has scored 4 here in the 8th. The Orioles leading overall 11-10. Don Slaught is on deck. The stretch by Snell. The 2-strike pitch. Fly ball high and foul off the right field line. Lacy racing over with everything he's got, but this one is well back into the crowd. Still 0-2. Parrish. Long and lean. He has his feet very close together, slightly closed, standing well off the plate. He has a long reach, however. The stretch by Snell. And here it comes. Slider way outside. Dempsey set up on the outside, but Snell missed the corner by about 1.5 feet. 1-2 the count. Six home runs hit in the game. We've had 21 runs scored, and right now Nate Snell is trying to stop this inexorable flow of runs. And here it comes. Sinker a little bit low. Snell stumbling as he threw that pitch. Gets up. He's all right. 2-2 the count. Out in the Orioles bullpen, catcher John Stafaro, coach Elrod Hendricks, and bullpen catcher Rob Drummerhausen. And that's it. The stretch. And the 2-2 pitch. Hard ground to the third, and by O'Malley, who made a dive for it, and it down into the left field corner. Incaviglia scores the tying run. To third is Ward. They're waving him home. Here comes Shelby. He throws all the way through. Dempsey tags. Too late. Ward scores, and to third base is Parrish, and Texas is ahead 12-11. Shelby playing the carom in the left field corner and throwing right by the cutoff man O'Malley, judging that his only chance to get Ward was to throw all the way through, and he almost did. The ball took a bounce, and Dempsey had to reach to his right just a little bit and up and then come back with the tag, and that cost him. The throw is going to have to be perfect, as it turned out. A double for Parrish. He goes to third on the throw, and incredibly enough, Texas is now ahead 12-11. And here is Don Slaught, the 9th man to bat in this inning. 6 runs are home, and only 1 man is out. Parrish with 2 RBIs. And he is at third. The infield is in. The squeeze is on. The ball is bunted in the air. Dempsey catches it and runs toward Parrish at third, and then throws the ball to O'Malley for the double play. Well, when all is said and done, the Texas Rangers do the Orioles an enormous favor.
Tune in tonight at 7 as the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network brings you the Nationals colliding with the Atlanta Braves. It's the final game of the series, and you don't want to miss it. After the game, it's Nats Extra with highlights, interviews, and all the scores. That's Nats Braves at 7 here on MASN.
Stay tuned after every Nationals game for the Nationals Extra postgame show, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Postgame press conferences, player interviews, highlights here on MASN, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network. The Mid-Atlantic Sports Network brings home all your favorite teams, and now MASN is on Comcast. MASN, the exclusive cable network home of the Nationals, the Ravens, and coming in 2007, the Baltimore Orioles. The best college teams in the country play on MASN. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, West Virginia. And coming this fall, Georgetown basketball. MASN, bringing home the game on Comcast.
Last of the 8th, Juan Bonilla looking at a called strike from New Texas pitcher Dale Mahorsic, a right-hander, on in relief of Mitch Williams. Mahorsic, the 5th Ranger pitcher of the game. And if the Orioles are going to do it tonight, it appears that it's just going to have to be the offense to do it. The pitch grounded to shortstop, right to Fletcher. He's up with it, and he throws him out. Bonilla is retired. Juan now 0 for 3 with a couple of walks. The batter, Lee Lacy. Lacy is walked, hit into a double play, popped out, and hit a 2-run homer. 12-11, Texas out in front. Incredibly enough, 12 runs, 17 hits with 1 error, and 7 left. The Orioles have 11 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 4 left. Mahorsic right now is about the best the Rangers have in the bullpen. 1-0 with 3 saves and a 1.64 earned run average. The Rangers ace, their closer, Greg Harris, throwing in the bullpen now. Mahorsic in a hot streak. Pitch to Lacey, inside, ball 1. He's given up just 1 unearned run. No earned runs in his last 12 and, well, now 13 innings. The pitch way inside, ball 2. He has excellent control. He doesn't overpower anybody. He has walked only 7 hitters in 38 2/3 innings. Given up just 1 home run. The pitch, Lacey pops it up, shallow right field. Hara sprinting back, still going, reaches out and drops the ball. Then he runs over in Cavilla. The two collide. Toby Hara doing his Olympic sprint. And then somebody let a buffalo in the field, and Toby Hara lost that duel. Went flipping right over in Cavilla, who came running in and just couldn't seem to stop. Hara had that one and just could not hold it. The ball was showing halfway out of his glove as he grabbed it, and then as his momentum kept carrying him out, the ball fell out. It is a hit for Lacey, his 6th, or the team 6th of the game. Now Fred Lynn, the hitter. He is popped to the catcher, struck out. He walked in the 4th and grounded to first in the 6th. He is 0 for 3. Left-hand batter. The right-hander deals. Outside, ball 1. 12-11. Texas ahead in the 8th inning. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Freddie was behind that fastball. Apparently looking for something else. 1-1 the count. Meanwhile, there's a cat on the field over by the Orioles dugout. Now it's running out into left field toward Gary Ward. And now he's afraid of Ward apparently, and looks over toward the wall and left, decides that's not a good spot. Now he goes right out to the fence near the bullpen, and he's going to try and climb that fence. Now he goes over to the area where there's the open screen right at the bullpen, tries that and doesn't make it. Now they've opened the bullpen door for him. They said, no, that's much too easy. Now he's sprinting around out there, and the grounds crew goes after him. And the cat is heading right back toward the dugout, saying, you know, say, my mother never told me about places like this. Now he's going down into the dugout. Bill Roth, our engineer, says the cat was an Orioles fan and he was volunteering to go out to the bullpen in case they needed him. Here's the pitch to Lynn. A one-hopper back to Mahorsic. The second for 1. Fletcher to first. A double play. 1-6-3.
When you donate your used car or truck to the Maryland School for the Blind,
you're not only helping me,
you open the door
to new learning opportunities
for more than 700 students
statewide.
Students with complex needs.
You can help by donating your old car or truck today.
All of the money raised from your donation supports critical programs right here in Maryland. Thank you for helping the Maryland School for the Blind.
Fast is now affordable. With AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet, it's the fastest internet in town for the price. As low as $12.99 a month for 12 months when you order online. And with 3 choices of speed to choose from, AT&T always gives you the best speed for its price. But hurry, this offer won't last long. Go online for our best prices. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
The Rangers have had 2 innings in this game. 2 big innings, a 5-run second and a 6-run 8th. The Orioles have now only 9 times this year given up 5 runs in an inning or more. And Texas has done it 4 of those times. Twice in the same game tonight. The pitch to Buechele is high. Buechele has walked home a run with the bases loaded in the second. He drew the walk. He grounded to short in the third, singled in the sixth, and homered in the eighth. The pitch. Slider for a strike, 1-1. Ken Rowe came out of the dugout to visit with Don Denkinger. Snell, while warming up, was having some problems with the front of the mound where his foot comes down after throwing the pitch. Denkinger went out to ask him if he needed some help with it. Now, appears that he does. Nate throws this pitch and falls over. The ball bounces about 5 feet in front of the plate. Looks like the area where Nate brings his foot down is giving way, or perhaps it's just the mud in his spikes. He's going to try now dislodging the mud from his spikes. Same thing happened to him in the eighth inning. He fell over after throwing a pitch like that. 2 balls, 1 strike. Snell winds and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2 the count. Well, if we needed any kind of a confirmation that Don Ossie has been an amazingly valuable member of this ball club this year, I guess tonight confirms it. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, right center field, chasing it Lacey from right field, reaches out and backhands it thigh high. Nice catch after a long run. 1 down. Bouchel retired, and here is Toby Harrah. Toby came into the game hitting 198. And tonight he has been revitalized. A grand slam homer followed by 3 singles. He is 4 for 4. The pitch to him is low, ball 1. When the Orioles bat in their 9th inning, Cal Ripken, Tom Dodd, and Jim Traber are due up. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Orioles only have Stefaro on their bench as a left-hand hitter they could go to. The 1-1 pitch hit foul down the right field line. Hits the facade of the mezzanine and bounces down. 1-2. The Orioles also have Jackie Gutierrez and Juan Beniquez sitting on the bench. The 1-2 pitch, high and inside, 2-2. They can't activate Eddie Murray off the disabled list in the middle of the game, can they? 2-2 the count. And the pitch, grounded right along the first base line and just barely fair. Heading down the right field line into the corner. Harrah rounding first on his way to second, and he is in there with a stand-up double. His 5th consecutive hit. That one was just inches fair, right by the bag. No chance for Traber to get to it. And Toby Harrah, who has been playing for a long, long time in the big leagues. Toby played in his first big league game back in 1969 with the Washington Senators. But never in all those years has he had 5 hits in the same game until tonight. Ought to be McDowell, the hitter now. 1 out, Harrah at second. The pitch fouled in the batter's box, came up and hit McDowell on the leg. 1 strike to count. McDowell is 2 for 5. 2 singles, struck out twice and grounded out. He singled in the 8th inning as part of the rally. 18 hits for Texas now. They lead it 12-11 in the 9th inning. 1 out. O'Malley shallow at third. The rest of the infield is very deep. McDowell in wide open stance, a very active bat. The pitch. Sinker, called strike 2. Scott Fletcher on deck. O'Malley backs up at third now at 2 strikes. McDowell waving that bat back and forth. Snell comes into him. There's a high fly ball into left center, fairly deep. Back is Shelby, right to the edge of the warning track, and he makes the catch. Tagging is Hara. He heads to third, and he'll make it. Shelby fires into the cutoff man, Ripken. So McDowell flies out to left center, deep. 2 down, Hara at third, and here is Fletcher, who is 1 for 5. The only Ranger hitter who hasn't had a hit tonight is Don Slaught. Everybody else has had at least one. Fletcher is 1 for 5. And he has not figured in any of the scoring for the Rangers, even though he is their leading hitter. Struck out in the 8th inning. Hara away from third. Snell from the stretch delivers a strike with a fastball. 0-1. Nobody throwing in the Ranger bullpen. So they may go with Mahorsic in the bottom of the 9th. He's on a hot streak. 12-11. The Rangers lead. 9th inning. The pitch a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. It is a 1-run game, which many of the games between these teams have been. It's just not the kind of 1-run game you would expect, or just not the kind of a game you would expect, period. The 1-1 pitch inside, ball 2, 2-1. Snell brushed him back with that one. O'Brien on deck, a left-hand hitter. The Rangers in second place in the West. First place California lost today. There's quite a bit at stake in this game for the Rangers. The Orioles second in the East. The pitch, ground ball, base hit, right field, right through the hole. Coming in to score is Hara. The Rangers get a little bit of insurance. It is 13-11. Fletcher is second to hit. Now Pete O'Brien comes up. O'Brien with a big hit in the 8th inning, his only hit of the game. After he'd walked 3 times, he was 0 for 1 when he hit a 3-run homer in the 8th inning, right down the right field line, just past the foul pole. In fact, it may have had a spot of yellow paint on it after it got into the seats out there. It was that close. The pitch is high, ball 1. Now O'Brien bats 1 inning later and 3 runs later. His team now ahead 13-11 in the 9th inning. Snell backs off the rubber. This is the most runs in a game the Orioles have allowed all year long. The second most scored by Texas. Pitch outside for a ball, 2-0. Back on April the 18th in this ballpark, the Rangers scored 12 runs in a game as they beat the Orioles that night 12-3. O'Brien swings a high drive deep into left center. Back is Lynn. He's back on the warning track. He's back to the wall, and right at the wall he makes the catch. Freddie got back there on the warning track and then kept backpedaling, and then just as his wall got up against the, or just as his back just got up against the wall, he made the grab.
The Orioles go scoreless in the bottom half of the 9th inning as the Rangers beat the Birds 13-11. We'll be back with Larry Sheets for a recap.
Ouch! No one likes struggling with painful crunches on the floor. Introducing the Cross Crunch. Finally, you can get up off the floor and just sit, cross, crunch your way to flat, sexy abs, all in as little as 90 seconds a day.
This is better than sit-ups. Bye-bye crunches. Say hello to Cross Crunch.
Look, floor crunches mainly target your upper abs and can stress your back and neck. The Cross Crunch combines muscle sculpting resistance with the unique Cross Crunch dual action motion that works your muscles both down and across at the same time, producing a compound dual action scientifically proven to sculpt your entire abs, upper, lower, and sides more effectively than old-fashioned crunches. In fact, independent university testing has shown the Cross Crunch is an amazing 400% more effective than crunches on the floor. That's right, 400% more effective. And it's so easy. Simply select your resistance level, then just sit, watch TV, and crunch your way to firm, beautiful abs. Best of all, it doesn't take hundreds of repetitions. Just 12 crunches to the left and 12 to the right gives you a complete ab workout in just 90 seconds, so you can turn flab to fab.
12 to the left and 12 to the right, and you're done in 90 seconds. In 90 seconds, I got a great workout.
So call now to order your Cross Crunch for only 2 payments of $29.99. You'll receive the Cross Crunch and the complete adjustable resistance kit. But wait, when you call for this special offer, we'll make 1 payment for you. That's right, you can sculpt sexy abs for just 1 payment of $29.99. And we'll also include this amazing DVD with 3 bonus ab flattening workouts, your free gift when you order. But wait, that's still not all. Because when you call, we'll offer you a second Cross Crunch for free. That's right, free. So don't wait. Call right now to get your Cross Crunch.
What I like is I can watch TV and do it at the same time. And it works a lot quicker than crunches.
Here's how to order.
Don't delay. Call right now at 1-800-813-4140. That's 1-800-813-4140.
Together with Larry Sheets, this is Tom Davis. Welcome back to Sports Legends at Camden Yards. After the Orioles lost to the Texas Rangers 13-11 on August the 6th, 1986. And many feel, Larry, that this was the start of the decline of the Orioles for a period of time. Now, 14 wins, 42 losses over the remaining 56 games. Earl Weaver leaves, and that's the end of Earl Weaver's career with the Orioles. Did you think anything negative about things then when you lost that game 13-11?
Well, not at that point in time, but you know, maybe a week or so later in that season, Earl had, you know, announced that he wasn't coming back and that really wasn't interested in finishing out the season. And that just takes a toll on the ball club. And I think with the exception of the beginning of 1988, that was obviously the toughest stretch of games that I've went through in my career.
Now, when you say with Weaver sort of making his announcement that he didn't want to come back, tell us a little bit what that does to a ball club.
Well, it's tough when you know the manager really doesn't want to be there. And then, as we talked, that you know, we kept losing games and certainly in different ways each night. And then you get in those situations, well, how are we going to lose this game tonight? And sure enough, it comes through. And then you end up, I think we ended up in last place in the East. But it is, you know, it destroys the ball club.
One of the most memorable games in Orioles history. There's no doubt about that. When you go back in time, the Orioles hit 2 grand slam home runs in the same inning. Jim Dwyer and Larry Sheets. They have a 9-6 lead halfway through the game and wind up losing to the Rangers as Toby Harrah hits a grand slam. 3 grand slams in the same game, and the Orioles wind up losing to Texas 13-11. Our thanks to Larry Sheets for chatting about it. This is Tom Davis. Thank you for watching another Orioles Classic on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Network.
ACC football is here on MASN. Watch the rebroadcast